Welcome to the stage where hearts unfold in the morning glow, stories untold. Let's paint with words, a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting in every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sold. Let's paint with words, a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line in the tapestry of hearts. Let love shine with every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's symphony of voices harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important, just a question asker. My name is Raheem Osme out of Atlanta, Georgia, but I promise you the family can be on with us in just a few minutes. But before we do that, I want to say how you all doing this morning. Good to see you. I'm gonna do a little shout out this morning. Let me go to what's that? Yummy. You got I think you got Keisha, we got quite a few people that's on authors already on Biggle, and I appreciate everybody. Let me see this. What's that? Is that Kelsey? I might be butchering y'all names, so please excuse me. Frank, good morning. Eddie, good morning to you. Eddie, or is it Edie? Well, good morning. Either way. Kane Jr., how about that? Good morning. Good morning, Jeff. Jeff just came in, and GoDaddy just came in as well. So I want to thank each and every one of you all for joining us, man. And you all could be a part of the conversation. It's very simple. Just give us a call, 508-924-3521. Good morning, James. I see James over there. Good morning, brother. How you doing this morning? You can all be a part of the conversation. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Would love to have your input on what we're talking about today. We got a topic we're gonna start off with, man. It's a little sticky. I heard the story, and I was a little disturbed. In hearing the story about what happened. Hey James, if you got a minute, James, call in for us, man. I want to hear your input on this one, and tell me what you think about this. But there was a young lady. I say young lady. She was in her 70s, I think 72, 73 years old, and she had one child, a son, which was at that time 35 years old. Grown man, right? Yeah, grown man. He was dating this young lady, and the mother and the young lady didn't really set. I'm doing good, James. I'm glad you're doing better, brother. Glad you're doing better. Um, but the mother and the girlfriend did not. They wasn't very close. They wasn't very close. Hold on, before I go any further, let me say good morning to whoever it is we have. This is the wise man. This is Mr. Donald Toussaint. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Mm. I'm all right.
Was that too much energy, man?
Yes,
Too
it's
much.
early in the morning and all that.
Hey, man, when them red lights come on, man, energy level got to pop up when them red lights
You
come on.
can't
Huh?
Look, now you can't open up the show live.
Man, look at here, man. Look at here. When them red lights come on, hey, another side pops on. When the red light go off, I go back into that chill mode. You know, real chill. I'm laid back. You know,
Look,
but when the red lights
and,
come on, man,
and
shoot, it's time, man. It's time to go. It's
you
time
got
to
an
go.
extra one of them red lights you can email to me so I can wake up.
So you need one? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But just on, I ran into this situation yesterday, and I played it for my wife, man, and she had a fit. She had a fit, man. A young lady, I say young lady, but she's 72. I think she said she was 72 years old. Had one child, a son, 35 years old. He's been dating this little girl for a while. And the girl was over to the mother and the daughter, and not the daughter, but the mother and his girlfriend, they didn't really get along real good because the mother saw some things in her that she wasn't too favorable about. But you know, that's that's her son's girlfriend. So, you know, she gonna let it blow over. She gonna keep the peace. All right. But she saw some things.
Mm.
This day, and they were planning on getting married. They were about to get married, so they're going the right path. And the girl was over to her house, over to the mother's house, and she said, "Look, let me call my son and find out. You know, I don't know why she just asked the girl, but like I said, that for whatever reason, that it didn't really get along like that. But she said, let me mother to get on the phone, go to call her son, find out, you know, what time the wedding was going to be next week." The young lady said, "Oh, Miss, what it was called her name. Say, I'm Miss Jones." Say, Miss Jones. That ain't her name, but I'm just using that for the sake of the story. She said, "Miss Jones, oh, we got married yesterday. We got married yesterday.
Mm-mm,
It was a little small, very intimate affair. Just special people. We just invited the special people."
mm-mm,
Now that set the mother wrong because for the last 2 years, the mother been taking care of all their bills and everything. Every time they had a situation, the
mm-mm,
mother was neglecting herself to make sure that their situation was okay, paying the rent, lights, and all kind of paying pretty much everything. They wasn't working, so the mother was taking care of them. She lost her husband a couple of years ago, and the son was all she had left. So she felt a sense of responsibility to this son. Oh, we got married yesterday. Just an intimate, little small intimate situation. She called her son, check on him, and the son was real hesitant at first. And yeah, mama, we it was a little small, intimate situation. You know, we didn't have a lot of people there. Actually, he lied to the mother. It actually was just she and I. The mother did some research online and found out there was a lot of people there, to include the bride's mother and father, that don't do nothing for them.
mm-mm,
She initially she got mad. She felt some kind of way, and so she shut them off. She shut them off. Went to the bank and cut off all the ties and all the direct deposits to pay their rent and stuff like that. She stopped all of that. They got angry to the point they brought an attorney over to her house, tried to get her to sign some paper that she's losing her mind. Got so went so
mm-mm,
deep, went so deep to start. They went to court. The mother had to prove that
mm-mm.
she wasn't incompetent. She proved it, shut them off. But Tucson, what does that say? What would that now listen, this is your only child. He get with this young lady and they get married in secret. You've been taking care of them all the years, and they don't even invite you to the wedding. See, they only invited the special people. Tucson, how would you feel about that?
She asking the wrong person.
Come on.
Okay, I ain't got to marry him. It don't make me no difference. You do what you want to do.
Hmm.
I mean, really, but that's the insult. That's really a slap in the face.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I can just hear my mama now, right there where she is. You little wench.
Wow. Wow. Mm,
I
mm.
know that what mama would have said. You little wench.
Now she been taking care of them for the
Because
last 2 or 3 years. She been taking care of all
yeah,
their bills, all the expenses and
slap in
everything.
the
But
face.
she's not a special person to be.
No, don't seem like.
Yeah, and that's your mother. That is your mother, boy, boy,
I wish I
boy.
would.
Mm.
Look, um, somebody said that blood is thicker than water.
Yes, sir.
But You know, I was talking to a young man. I call him young man, younger than I was. Hey, I am. And he said, Tucson, I got to talk to you. And I said, okay. He started telling me about the fact that um, after Father's Day,
Mm-hmm.
his daughter just stopped talking to him,
Mm.
stopped calling, stopped visiting, just shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
And they were concerned about him. She had been, and I'll tell you that later. A little while. Well, I got to tell you because I ain't got much time. She said, so I asked her how long she been married. She says about a year.
Mm.
I said, hmm. I said, how's her and her husband getting along?
Mm-hmm.
Says, well, she go to work. She works. She don't go to work. She works on from home, and she goes to the store, come back home, and that's it. That's about her life.
Mm.
I said, hmm. I said, hmm. I don't for one
So
for
she
for
so she
some
cut everybody
reason.
off. She cut
Oh,
everybody off.
yeah,
And
cut him off. Cut him
sound like
off.
it's him. Sound like it's
And
more
then
him. Yeah.
so out of concern, him and his wife went to the house, check on their daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really disrespectful if y'all just show up
Mm.
when my husband is not home.
Wow. What kind of program he got on her, man?
Mm, well, that's what I'm thinking. The point is, I don't care how much, there ain't that much love that should come. I mean, I understand if you have a, I know I don't understand. I
Mm-hmm.
really don't. If
Mm-hmm.
parents, you just get one set,
Yeah. Yeah.
period.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you get two sets. If they work together, that's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by, we call step
Yeah.
father
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
mother and all that kind of stuff. So we have that type of relationships going on. If they can work together, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But ain't no devil in hell gonna separate me from my mama, my daddy, my sisters, and my brothers.
Exactly. Exactly.
And ain't no cutie gonna do it either.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm,
Ain't no cute. Don't
mm-mm.
care how big of a booty.
Mm-mm. I was at a family reunion and got into a discussion with my companion, and it got heated. And it got heated, and it didn't shut down. It decided that it was going to continue in
Mm-hmm.
make a public scene.
Mm.
And my uncle says, I see who ain't gonna be at the next family reunion.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. Exactly. Just like that. It's over. It's over. It's over.
I don't understand that, right? I, I don't understand.
And I tell the world, man, it's just
That's disrespectful.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me go to Dr. Cook. Dr. Cook, good morning. Captain Leonard coming to you next. Dr. Cook, I'm gonna give you the story in a nutshell. Young lady, I say young lady, she's 72 years old, had a son, her only child, lost her husband a few years ago. Last 2 years, she's been taking care of her son and his fiance. They she called, she was gonna call the son one day. The daughter-in-law was over to the house. The mother and the daughter-in-law didn't really get along. The mother saw some things that she didn't like, but she kept the peace and she allowed her to come on around and do the different things like that. But what happened was she got on the phone. The wedding's supposed to be next week. Called her son, asked him, what time the wedding started next week. Get the information because she didn't have it. The daughter-in-law said, no, you can hang up the phone. We got married yesterday. We got married yesterday. It was a small, very small engagement. Only the special people were there. Now, this mother, she's been taking care of them for the last 2 years, paying all the bills, direct deposit, paying the bills, and all the, taking care of everything. But she wasn't special enough to go to the wedding, and they lied to her. She talked to her son. They lied and told her that it was just the son said it was just she and I, real intimate. It was very small. But the mother, she did some research online and found that there was a lot of people there to include the bride's mother and father. Now, Dr. Cook, good morning. How you doing this morning? What does that sound like to you?
Good morning.
That
Sounds like she raised a devious daughter
son.
or son,
Yeah.
whoever that is. Um, that doesn't sound pretty good for me. Um, I would basically call her or him to find out what's going on, what happened to our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Were you all just using me?
Mm-hmm.
I would want to know that. And then I would have no problem with basically cutting them off.
Yeah.
I would let them live their life. But I know that my children wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if anything like that should happen, I'm going to continue to live my life. But I would want to know what happened. I'm not going to ask myself where did things go wrong, because I know what I put into my children.
Mm-hmm.
And but that particular situation, okay, so now you basically believe you're on your own. You can do things on your own. Don't call on me for anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when I wanted to be there for your special moment, you didn't allow me to. So your husband can take care of things from now on. Don't call me for anything.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, I will, I meant financially, but I will talk to her. But financially, that will be cut completely off.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say in regards to that. I've seen some situations like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'll say right there. I'll cut her off financially, but I'll be there to support her emotionally and mentally. But financially, that will be cut off.
Mm-hmm.
And I yield.
And that's what she did. She actually stopped all the direct deposits. She shut them down. She shut them down and stopped paying everything. And it got so bad, man. They had an attorney to come. They bought an attorney. The son and the daughter-in-law bought an attorney to the house, try to get her to sign some papers, saying that she was mentally incompetent, and they wanted to take over all of her estates. They had to go to court. They went to court and everything, man. And she had to prove her sanity. Needless to say, she did win, and they cut she cut all the ties with them. But man, it got ugly. It got real ugly. It got real ugly. Captain Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem, and the Morning Glow family.
Leonard, how would you handle a situation like that, man? And what do you think? What do you think went wrong? The son, he's all the mother guy because she lost her husband a couple of years ago, and that's the only child. And then he get with this young lady, and they just use the mother for the money, and don't even invite. She's not. See, they told her that it was just a wedding just for the special people, and when she wasn't invited, what is that saying? She's not special. Talk to me, Leonard.
Well, first of all, she know what type of son she got.
Mm-hmm.
She know exactly what type of son he got.
Mm-hmm.
That boy ain't worth a damn. You understand me?
Hey. Mm-hmm.
First of all, why you getting married and your mama paying your bills?
Mm-hmm. Say it.
That don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
But see, where's daddy at?
Oh, daddy dead. The daddy
Okay,
passed a couple years ago. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now his mama been taking care of him and his whatever. They don't got married and now it's all cut off. And then all of a sudden they want to come back. Now they want everything she got.
Yeah. They
That boy
angry.
ain't worth.
They mad.
That boy ain't worth.
They say how bad they talked about how mad they were at her for pulling the plug,
what?
man. She ain't
For
had no
what?
right to pull the plug. You can't do that to us. What? Man,
I
it got
don't
ugly,
even
man.
understand. I must have missed some of the story because I don't understand that part. What did you just say?
No, they got angry with her. They got angry
Why?
with her for you can't do that to me. You've been taking care.
When
You can't just take all the one. You can't just do that to us like that and just stop paying everything. You must be crazy. You must be crazy.
you
You must
lucky I didn't set you on fire.
Mm. Mm.
But there's something strange there about that situation. There's not enough information. There's obviously a problem between the mother and the son
Mm-hmm.
that
Do
is
you
not
think
in
it's,
this equation.
but see, but one of the things I'm see, can I pull it up? It's long. I can't play the whole thing. But my thing is that she said that he has been, he was all had always been a good boy, but now she's saying when he met her, he changed. So I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell you
trust
something,
him.
Leonard. I'm gonna tell you something, Leonard. I don't situations like that. You allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
You had a choice in the matter. You know
My
that's your
my
mother.
wife not going. God rest my mother's soul. But I wish my wife or my mother would get out of line as it relates to that relationship. Either you
Mm-hmm.
gonna get along or you gonna leave each other alone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna tolerate nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know about that man. Like I said, he probably was just a boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But a man need to settle that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know folks don't have to disown their people. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a shame. But when I've done all I can for you and you turn your back on me, keep going wherever you going.
Mm-hmm. Whatever
Keep
direction you
going
go,
that way.
whatever
Keep
direction you
carrying
going in,
your
keep moving.
behind that way. Don't you turn around here.
Mm-hmm.
You keep
Mm-hmm.
going where you going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who you is. You're not gonna make no fool out of me like that. And you're not gonna take advantage of me that way.
Man, they drug this lady all the way into court. Drug her all the way
Yeah.
into court. She had to get an
See, something
attorney, and they
going
had to
on.
get an attorney. Yeah. Yeah.
Because how do you even think about that when the person is completely sane?
Mm-hmm.
That don't make sense.
I say the only thing they saw Leonard was the money. They just saw her as a
Yeah.
as an ATM man and nothing else. A walking ATM with no
But
emotions,
she
no
knew what
feelings.
kind of son she had.
Mm-hmm.
She knew what kind of son she had.
Mm.
I wonder what they was talking about and who was going to get the bill money.
No, it was so they were so slick with it, man. They had her. She had a direct deposit set through her bank to automatically pay the rent every month, and
Oh,
along with
okay.
the other bills. And so they
Yeah,
didn't
they
have to
were
really
taking
see her like
advantage
that,
of
man.
her.
They got mad when she went and after the story goes like this. After they said that only the special people, and she felt some kind of way behind that, she went to the bank and told the bank manager, look, stop all my direct deposits, stop all this stuff. And he
Yeah,
was so proud of her for doing that because he know what they've been doing to her for a long time, but he wasn't in a situation where he could get into her business. But
yeah.
he was say how proud he was for her cutting the cord. She should
Yeah,
have been
I
cut.
know a guy had to do that with his sons.
Mm-hmm.
They were so blessed. And the dad had done everything for them. Done very well for himself. Business,
Mm-hmm.
home, all that. For them.
Yeah.
And then one day something jumped off. They tried to reconcile. But the boys are so hard and headed. It's been
Mm-hmm.
years now. That man has changed the name of his business.
Wow.
And I'm not sure if he hasn't went in and changed his will and all of these things. I tell Mom, don't you ever bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as I've been alive, everybody who has done as such has failed.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's not a good deal for you.
Has a way of coming back
So
and biting
whatever
you every
their
time.
situation may be, I hope the righteousness wins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he gonna be back at his mama, trying to get back in his mama house soon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
But
that's
like
the
I say,
little
man,
boy.
it got so bad, man. Like I say, they took her to court, man, and tried to prove that she was incompetent to handle her own affairs, man. They wanted to take over her affairs and have a power of attorney over her affairs. Now, just think what they would have done with her money at that point.
Yeah. So,
Just
like I
think what they
said,
would
she
have.
had to know what type of boy she had, but for them to even approach something like that, I believe there may be something else with the story. We don't know
Mm-hmm.
the background story of the mother.
Mm-hmm.
All we know is she wasn't invited to a wedding.
Yeah.
That
Mhm.
sounds like what it sounds like to me, and then we move from there.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I
And
had missed
that,
it.
well, that's pretty much where her eyes started to open up, because she was okay. She was fine. They never had any problem with her competency or anything like that before that
Right.
happened with the wedding. And she said, "Look here, okay, okay, only the special people." And there was another conversation that they had on the phone where they kept calling her back and forth. The rent was due, the rent was past due because the direct deposit was done. The money wasn't coming out, and they kept hounding her. And then they asked her, what happened? We got to pay this rent. This rent got to be paid. These people are coming
I
after
can't
us to
believe
rent and pay.
I can't even believe you calling me.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
Exactly.
mean, that's just absurd to me. But the way families are these days, I believe every word.
Mm-hmm.
Every word.
508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Dr. Cook, what's on your heart? Magic coming to you next.
I agree with everything that Brother Leonard just discussed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on with a lot of the children today. It's
Mm-hmm.
like they want to be, they want everybody to hand spoon them. They want everybody to feed them, give them everything for free.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand where all of this came from. I'm saying, I think that children need to be made to go to work maybe at the age of 16, handle duties around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm saying it appears that some of them they believe, well, we know that our children, I call my children princesses or queens.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, you still got to work
Yeah.
in order to basically understand what you got to do when you're grown.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just sit around my house and just eat everything for free. You're going to have to pay and you're going to have to work.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to understand work ethics. But I'm going to love them all day long. I hug them and I tell them I love them. But you still got to work. You got to be grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Show some type of gratitude. And
Yeah.
a lot of children these days do not have that gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the appreciation until things are gone. Then they want to know then what's going on. Parents need to teach their children to be gracious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show some grace to others.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also they need to learn how to talk to adults. Because I tell students, you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. And I tell my daughters, don't you ever open up your mouth sideways,
Mm-hmm.
because it may turn the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but we got to get back to teaching our children to be respectful, earn your own way, because the world is not going to give you anything. You got to go out and basically work for it. You got to earn things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll yield back.
Good deal. Good deal. Badger, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Toyota T coming to you next.
It's another beautiful morning that we've been blessed with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Did you hear the story?
Part of it, I
Mhm.
didn't catch it all.
Young, in a nutshell, a young man got with this young lady. He's 35 years old. His mother is widowed, lost her husband a few years ago. Got with this young lady, and they got married. Didn't invite the mother's been taking care of all the bills, taking care of all the situations, direct depositing their money and everything, and the rent and everything, paying all the bills. Everything that they have is based on the mother's money. They got married. Didn't tell her they was getting married on that day. Said it was a secret. It was a real intimate affair, just special people. She did some research, found out that a lot of people was there, to include the bride's mother and father, but they told her they was just the special people. She cut them off, and when she cut them off, the bottom fell out. They started acting all crazy, taking attorneys to her house, trying to get power of attorneys, trying to take over all of her estates and stuff like that, because she opened up her eyes and stopped paying. What are you hearing in that situation?
Now, I don't disagree with the scenario of Leonard, but
Mm-hmm.
because I also agree with Leonard, there's not enough details.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know much about the mom.
Mm-hmm. The mother was fine until she cut them off. The mother was fine. The mother was the best thing since sliced bread. They just didn't go visit her. Didn't do nothing with her. Only thing they wanted was the mother's money. And like I said, it's a long situation. It's about 8 to 10 minutes, and so I can't play it. I can't play it because it's too long. But yeah, everything was fine.
It's one of the things. One of the things I've learned in my experience is that there are people that can portray themselves to be perfectly fine,
Mm-hmm.
good people.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, you find out they're a narcissist or
Mhm.
a sociopath.
Mm-hmm.
So
So who we
it's
talk?
very
Are we
possible
talking about the mother, the son, or the daughter-in-law? Which one are we talking about? Being
the mother.
the mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a situation. I don't want to get too private because I might get yelled at if I get too detailed. Not literally, it's just you get my drift.
Mm-hmm.
Where but this is a daughter, not a son. Where that kind of situation's happening,
Mm-hmm.
where the mother is kind of taking over the bills and stuff, and she found the guy. The guy is doing his best. He's actually stepping up and just trying to take care of all the bills and stuff because he's trying to get her out of a toxic relationship because the mother is a diagnosed narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
So it's without further details, a lot of it's guesswork.
But
And going
Badger,
based off of
the issue I have with that, Badger,
go
is
ahead.
the issue I have with that is in all the stuff that, and she actually brought people to court to speak on her behalf, counselors, and she had all kind of people to come, the bankers. She had all kind of people come and speak on her behalf as to what what her mental capacity was and who she was. But my issue with it is
Oh
this.
yeah.
My issue is this right here. Um, Everything was fine. Everything, they didn't have any issues with her mental capacity or anything, long as she was taking care of them. Now all of a sudden, when she come to her
So
senses and she decided she's not going to take care of them anymore, now all of a sudden the light switch goes on, and now she have mental issues. Now she have situations where she can't control her own affairs. She had counselors and everybody came up and spoke on her behalf. They did evaluations and everything on her, and everybody deemed that she was fine. Everybody deemed that there's nothing wrong with this lady. She just opened up her eyes. Even the judge said in a court hearing, the judge said, you're a 35 years old man, and you still allowing your mother to pay your bills. Everything flipped from her being, when they're trying to paint her into a vicious type individual that don't have the mental capacity, to the 35-year-old son that was married, living on his mother's dime, not even working. So my issue is this:
okay.
she was fine up
So
until
knowing
that
that
point.
detail, where she was evaluated and all that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that changed. That I'm more in line with. He should have. He should have known how to be able to take care of himself at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So he made a choice not to better himself, but to be a mooch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in that situation, yeah, I can understand. It's just due to a lived experience. I know sometimes things ain't always what they seem.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, I brought up a different view,
Mm-hmm.
because you'd be surprised at some scenarios.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I understand.
Because I'm trying to think if I want to share what happened or not.
Mm-hmm. Way over it. I'm gonna go to Toy. I'm gonna go to Toy you with a T. Way over whether you want to share it or not, and you certainly don't have to, man. That's your business. If you don't want to share it, you certainly do not have to. But let me see what Toy you with a T's view is. Toy you with a T. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. How y'all there?
Hey, doing good. Toya, what are you hearing in this situation, in this scenario? The son, he didn't even invite his mother to his wedding. She called the next day to find out when the wedding was, and the daughter-in-law just happened to be there and said, no. We got married yesterday. And it was a very very small thing. Only the special people. Now this mother her son is 35 years old, and she's been taking care of all his affairs for the last two plus years, paying rent and everything that he have to do. And now he got married, and and the son, she got the son on the phone and asked what's going on, and the son lied to her. It was just an intimate affair. Actually, it was just she and I, and blase blase. But they had posted on social media, and and the mother did some research, find out that it was a lot of people there, to include the bride's mother and father that ain't doing nothing for them.
Mm. Right.
But they told her that only the special people were there. She cut them off, man. She cut them off, stopped paying everything. They took her to court, tried to say that she was incompetent, and they needed to take over her, get a power of attorney over all of her affairs. It got ugly.
Mm.
What are you hearing in that situation?
It sounds like manipulation to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we have kids, it's more than about just buying them anything. You're supposed to be able to teach them morals and character.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, you know, we stop blessing over our kids like we used to. Tell them, hey, you know, this is how you're supposed to be. You know, man of your word. You know, them moral values that build good character. That goes out the window when you just buy them Jordans, no matter what they do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get it, no matter what they do. It doesn't matter. It's my baby. Okay. Now we ruined.
Mm-hmm.
You ruined them. I'm telling you. I'm sorry. I'm a woman, and you know, I came on the show with one mindset, and I'm going back with another. We women are detrimental to men. Going all the way back to the garden, man. For real.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it comes to raising a son. He should have been taking care of his own self. But he was so ruined and rotten and privileged, he manipulated you and didn't even care. And then don't even feel like you're special. Didn't even want to feel the need to fight for you not being at his wedding, knowing that you're carrying him all this way.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Carrying her all this way. And that means nothing to him because you can't buy morals. You can't buy a good heart. You can't buy integrity.
Mm-hmm.
You can't buy loyalty. And he lacked all of those things, no matter how much money she put out there. Now, I mean, this is her consequence. This is, you reap what you sow for the mother.
Mm-hmm.
You did everything except for teaching him how to be a man.
Yeah.
And you took even less time teaching him how to be a son and how to show people thankfulness and gratitude in return. When you do something for somebody, you should expect that person to do the same unto you as you have done for them.
Yep.
Not the opposite.
Yep.
You forget
Exactly.
that. Busy buying them Jordans, regardless of the grade. Because you want them to be the cool guy. Because you're just too scared to tell them no. Or maybe they're a demon child slick like, and you didn't know what to do with it. So now you bound under them, and there's nothing that they can say that you're not going to give them what they want. Because they slick a demon child, and you slick scared of them down low.
Mm.
And you'd rather succumb to the demon child, give him everything you want, and now he's showing his demon ways at 35. Come on, man. That to me, that's real demonic.
Mm-hmm.
To have your mother, to have anybody, not just your mother, to have somebody help you along the way, pay for all these things, and then when you have the most intimate moment of your life, say, I'm not special enough to be there.
Mm. Wow.
I don't know. Sound like a bunch of foolery to me. I'm so sorry for that mother. And I don't know how they don't get out of that. Because the only one that can be in that relationship with the demon child, that's what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Now he a demon man. It's the Lord. Because that, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying. I want to know, what does he feel that activated his brain to feel like that was okay?
Exactly. There you go. Tucson, let me ask you this question, man. Who do you put more emphasis on in this regard? The daughter-in-law, maybe for manipulating him in this way, or him for allowing her to turn him away from his mother?
Boy.
Talk to me.
Professor Clump.
Mm.
Boy. Anyway, yeah, see, that's why we shouldn't do too much. Well, I say that, and I'm going to continue to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Too much for our kids that they really don't deserve or earn because you're setting yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
Because soon as somebody else comes along to fulfill that artificial love, they're going to
Mm.
show you.
Mm. Wow.
Because that's not, it can't be, see, because there's a little guilt happens. I'm just looking at the thing a little bit. When the father dies,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm pretty sure the father had a different attitude toward
Oh
that
yeah.
boy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But
So mothers sometimes they are sympathetic,
mm-hmm.
or they uh, pamper a boy with no father,
Mm.
try to be the father of the boy, and don't raise a man. They raise a grown boy,
Mm-hmm.
and they grow up, but don't get out. Because ain't no way in
Hello.
the world
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a 35-year-old staying. Is they staying in the house and I'm putting the bills, all of them? They're not saving nothing. Evidently, they must have been saving something. I don't know if he had a job, but they got enough to pay for a wedding
Mm-hmm.
that you're not invited to.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, you did what? I could hear my mama nod. You say what, you little wench?
Mm.
I can hear now. You say what, you little wench?
Mm. Call her wench. God
Because
almighty.
because you see, he has found him another mother figure. The boy ain't gonna do nothing for that girl
Mm-hmm.
because he ain't doing nothing for his mama.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he just trying to find another support avenue
Mm-hmm.
that she gonna foot the bill. Just me, I don't know. But
Wow.
how in the world do you ungratefully have the nerve, you little? That's why I say you little range. Only the important people were invited.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you're trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said mama would have called her a little wench. I know she would have. I know it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, my mama they used to call mama Reverend Mother.
She'll still call him a wrench, don't want you? She'll still call him that wrench. But
She
to some,
was out there. I know what she call her.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now who's more to blame though, Toussaint?
Manipulative.
Who's more to blame, him or her? Him or the daughter or the daughter-in-law? Which is more to blame?
Well, it's him. It's him because he had his nose wide open.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to her.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if that was his first girlfriend, but she sure hooked him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poor thing.
She
Poor thing.
she gave him
Poor
something he couldn't.
thing.
She gave him
His
something he couldn't
nose
put back
wide
down.
open, and he forgot about his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Nose so wide open, and this is just an open statement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't get, but I don't care how the parents are in your life. You don't get but one set.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of times, what I see in the little life that I live, that people try to get forgiveness at the grave.
Mm.
It'll
Wow.
never happen.
Never. Captain Leonard, talk to me, brother. Who do you put more emphasis on, man? The daughter-in-law for turning the son against the mother, or the son for allowing it to happen?
I told you already. The dude. It's the dude.
He raggedy.
That's the problem.
Is he raggedy?
The boy is the problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
All day, every day. I mean, what's name just mentioned it before. It's coincidence. I just thought of that as well the other day with the issues in the community and situations are the way they are. How it's so easy. Women don't realize, or let a woman speak up, but go from one mama to the next,
Mm-hmm.
to the next,
Mm. Wow.
to the next. As long as you take care of him, like you his mom, he just keep going.
Mm.
A lot of times he don't do nothing else.
So he's just a sorry little motherfucking welcome.
He's not a leader.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a leader. He all he gonna ever do is bow to a woman. That's it. That's all he's gonna ever
Wow.
do.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
his growth somewhere was stunted. Maybe it could be with the death of his father. Oh well, who knows what that is? But you wouldn't have heard that story talking about that daddy was paying all them bills like that and didn't go to that
Oh no.
wedding. I tell you what, that wedding gonna be off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll be there when they got that Tucson. You heard me?
Gonna be some furniture turned over at that wedding, brother.
Oh
Gonna be
yeah,
some
I'll be
furniture.
there.
Yeah.
I sit in the back and I wait. I sit in the back, I ain't wait and just wait for my part. If anybody, they ain't Pastor.
Yeah, yeah. They ain't ready. They ain't ready.
No, I'm gonna tell all they business.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not gonna bless this mess. We're not gonna bless this mess. Not in this ceremony today.
Somebody gonna jump on Leonard at that wedding. He get up there telling all that business.
Tucson, be on the news.
Lord,
we'll be on the news. I'm just telling you.
Like stop that wedding. Stop that wedding.
There you go. Stop. Hold on a minute. I know my part. I'm gonna wait on it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Watch that flower girl, all that.
When it gets to that point, when it gets to a certain point in that wedding, oh, here we go. This is you be sitting there talking, this is so nice. This is so nice. I just can't wait till we get to that part. Because this is so nice. I like this here. Look at them flowers over there. Look at the flowers. Some nice flowers.
If they don't take that warrant out early, if they don't take that trespass, what's that one you get when you jump on somebody?
Oh, they're order to protect.
Order.
Yeah.
That order of protection. That TPO.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna go down there and get that because you know how it's supposed to go down.
Yeah, this is so nice. Look at that. This is a nice wedding. This is such a nice wedding.
That was one of my mama words. She didn't curse much at all, but she said she called you a wench. I don't heard wench.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But that girl ain't the problem. It's the boy, right here.
Okay.
You got guys like that right now. They do what that girl tell them to do.
Yeah.
Now, really, as scripture is, we're supposed to become attached to our wives.
Yeah, but the wife gotta have some sense, though, man.
Job
told his wife, "Woman, you speak as a fool. Woman, you speak it as a fool." See, woman got to have some sense too. Now, I know you supposed to, cleave with your husband, with your wife, and you supposed to, be together. And y'all supposed to come together as one. But look at here now. We both got to have some kind of sense. Now, this here don't make no sense.
The problem
I tell people all the time, Leonard. I don't have to agree with nothing. I don't have to agree with anything, as long as it makes sense. At least let it make sense. Because if I don't agree with it and it don't make no sense, oh Lord, no, we ain't doing that.
Before he met that little girl, there's a scripture that tells you about dishonoring your parents.
Look at here. Hey,
you had to like them if they done something to you. Don't dishonor.
Yeah, exactly. My thing is this right here, man. She gave him. She let him pick up something he couldn't put back down. Oh, put it back down. It stuck to my hand. It stuck to my hand.
She ain't special. She just a leader. She just willing to take charge now from his mom.
Yeah.
He just passed him. He don't just pass right along to her. That's her responsibility now.
So basically, you're saying she done assumed the position of the leader in his life.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So he's a sorry he's a sorry motherfucker walker anyway. Then
No,
um
I'm not gonna say that.
man
He
man
just,
he let this woman
he
turn him
just don't.
against his
He do
mother.
not
He let
have the necessary skills to lead
okay what kind
himself.
of got? I understand, yeah, that makes sense. But my thing is this right here, man. You don't let nobody turn you away from your mother, man. That's you like Tucson said, you get one mother.
Well, some
One.
mamas make it
One.
easy. Some mamas make it easy now.
Yeah. You got it.
Yeah, some mamas make it real easy. I love
Yeah,
mama, but I'm through staying
that's a
with her.
good point. That's a good
I
point.
love
That's a
mama,
good
but I'm
point.
through staying with her.
Yeah,
I need
true.
my own place.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know,
Let me
it
go to
amazes.
Cassandra.
It's so disrespectful to me
Mm-hmm.
sometimes if you're an adult, you should be an adult.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I believe in
Good deal.
common
Stay,
respect.
good. Stay right there, Leonard. Let me go to Cassandra. Cassandra Alexander Green. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Cassandra, we got a scenario. And the scenario is as such. There's a young lady. I see a young lady. She's 72 years old. She has a son, 35, only child.
Wait a minute. Wait now. You said 72?
Yes.
Okay.
She's 72 years old. She had her husband passed a few years ago. She got one son. Son is 35 years old, dating this little girl, and they about to get married. The daughter and well, his girlfriend, his fiance, or whatever we want to call her, and the mother don't really get along too good. Might be a power thing, whatever. They just don't really get along. But she just happened to be at the house one day with the mother. The mother get on the phone and say, let me call my son. We'll call my son and find out when the wedding is next week. She's thinking the wedding next week. And the daughter-in-law said, no. You don't have to call him. We got married yesterday. And only the special people were there. Now, this mother, for the last 2 years or more, she's been paying all their bills, direct deposit, paying the rent and carpet, everything. She's been taking care of everything. She's been taking care of everything for them. But they got married. Then they had a common courtesy and or decency to tell her and said it was only special people. She get her son on the phone, trying to figure out what's going on. Get her son on the phone. He said, no, mama, it was, he lied to her. No, it was just an intimate situation. It was just pretty much just she and I. She go on the social media and she find out that there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people at this wedding, to include the bride's mother and father. She cut them off. And went to the bank and severed all the ties and stuff like that. Stopped paying everything. They think she's crazy now, telling her that she's insane. Got a lawyer go to her house and going through all the stuff and stuff like that. And the lawyer's telling her that they come there to get her to fill these papers to make them, her son and her daughter-in-law, power of attorney over all her affairs. They go to court. She win. And all this stuff is severed. They try to make it seem like she's crazy. Find out she's not. She just came to her senses. What do you hear in that story, Cassandra? What happened?
I don't know what happened, but I mean, unless this mother was toxic,
She wasn't.
I don't get it.
Mhm.
Huh?
She wasn't. She was
What
just,
did you say? She wasn't?
she was not. No. And it came out
Okay.
in court that there was nothing wrong with her. She was fine. She was just, truth of the matter, taken advantage of.
All I know is if he allowed this woman to do that, then she was right to cut off. I mean, I would literally no, because to me that's the ultimate disrespect
Mm-hmm.
for you to exclude your mom, and especially if you a man, you should be man enough to say, Mama, you and Shirley don't get along. We're going to just do a small ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would at least, because that right there, let me tell you something. When your children hurt you, I don't know if anybody ever been there, but that's one of the deepest hurts you can get.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the
Amen.
deepest hurts for a mother that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be done. I mean, ain't nothing else to say. Now, will I forgive him? Yes, but you're not getting anything from me.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Even when I pass, you will get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You will not. Now, I may leave, some kind of trust if you have, some children. My grandchildren will get something, but y'all, no, absolutely not. Yeah. So that's horrible. It's an incredible pain. It's
Yes.
an incredible pain.
Mm.
But no, Raheem, you don't do that. Like I said, if she was toxic and causing serious, problems with them, then that would be something. But for you to just turn on your mom or your
Mm.
dad because of another person, man, no. And then she was no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Now, Cassandra, who do you put more emphasis on in this situation? Do you blame her more for turning the son against the
no,
mother,
no,
or him for
no,
allowing it?
no. It's on him.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally on him. What man allows a woman to turn? Man, no, it's on him. He's sorry. I'm sorry. He's sorry. I
Mm.
mean, I raised him. Maybe I did a bad job
Mm-hmm.
because I did too much for him. But no,
Wow.
it's on him.
Mm-hmm. So she don't have any responsibility in this?
To me, for me, she wouldn't have any responsibility
Mm-hmm.
because she ain't my natural child.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
birth her.
Good.
I did not
Good.
spend 9 months in
Yep.
in
Yep.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and
Yeah.
had them
Yeah.
labor pains
Mm-hmm.
and almost died trying to bring him here. Oh heck no.
Yeah.
No, it's on him. He's just not he no. No, I don't put no blame on her. I don't care if she convinced him to do it. My blame would not be with her. He is my child, and he should have said something to me
Mm-hmm.
about what they were going to do, that I was not invited to their wedding. Oh my God, that would just about kill me. But
Mm.
anyway,
And see, in the last 2 years, they've been living on her dime. She's been paying everything.
yeah, no. Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
no. Not good. No.
Mm. Wow. Wow. And Wanda said, right, Cassandra. She said, right, Cassandra. She said, you're absolutely right. Let me go to Christopher. Christopher, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Rain. How are you? I'm
Hey,
blessed. I'm
hey,
blessed.
absolutely.
Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Got
Good to have you. Christopher, and we're talking about this scenario. Young lady, 72 years old, had a son, only son, 35 years old. She lost her husband a few years ago. The son had a fiance, which the mother and the fiance didn't get along very well. That's a whole different conversation. But they got married, and then I tell her that they was getting married on that day. She thought they was getting married a week or so later, or something like that. She called the son. She was gonna call the son to find out the date. But what happened was the daughter-in-law, the fiance, she was there. She said, no. We got married yesterday. It was just a small, intimate thing. We just invited the quote unquote, air quote, special people. Now she's been taking care of them for the last 2 years, all their bills. Okay. But she wasn't special enough to go to the wedding. They did so much stuff, man. She cut them off. She cut off all the, all the paying, all the direct deposits and everything. Now they got to fend for themselves. Now they take her to court, bring a lawyer to her house, and try to get her to sign some papers about her incompetency. Want to make her make them power of attorney over a thing. After going to court, it's found out that she's fine. There's nothing going on outside of the fact that she opened up her eyes. She opened up her eyes and she saw what was being done to her. Christopher, what do you hear in that situation?
It's a very mean world we live in. It's really unfortunate that a son will treat a mother like that. But hey, Raheem, people have just grown cold and callous. So I'm not shocked. I'm like I said, I'm not shocked. I've heard very similar and familiar stories about how people act. And sometimes when people get hooked up with marriage is such a powerful thing. When maybe a loving son gets hooked up with a lady that just turns him against his family, and then things like that do happen. You
Mhm.
know, it's terrible. It's terrible. Very terrible to hear something like that.
Now you
One's
said
only child.
now you said
Go
that
ahead.
when somebody come in and turn them against the mother, so you do put some responsibility on the fiance, on the young lady, for doing that too. She has some responsibility in this, or is it all on the son for allowing it to happen?
I think it's on the son. It's more on him. And like we don't know the whole story. Maybe he must have been harboring some kind of animosity against his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Something must have been there, because it's difficult for somebody to come in and turn you against your family if you never had a mindset that's bending towards that area. Like, hey, I've been married for a long time, and my wife knows the place that my family holds in my heart. But I also have relatives that have gotten married, and their wives have just taken them completely away from the family. It's like, that might be your brother, but those days are over.
Yeah.
They let you know right off the top. Those days are over. You can't come in here like that anymore, because
Wow.
I direct this ship.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate, but it does happen. I've
Yeah.
seen it happen so many times, Raheem. So I'm not shocked. I've seen it happen so many times.
Mm-hmm. And that's sad and very unfortunate,
Yeah.
man. That's sad and very, very unfortunate that somebody will come
It
and
is.
and put a wedge between a mother
Yeah.
and a son like that. That's terrible to me. That's terrible. Rico, good morning, sir. How you doing?
And sometimes, sorry.
Go. No. Finish your thought, Christopher.
Sometimes mothers can be overbearing sometimes.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say, and just like, that's my son, and you better know that's my son. You might be your husband, but that's my son.
Mhm.
So sometimes when mothers don't step back, there comes that fight, invisible fight between the mother and the wife. I've seen that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It can happen, but at the same time, my with that is this. Yes, the mother can be toxic, but is she toxic when she actually paying them bills for you? Is she toxic every month when that money come to the landlord? Is she toxic then? So it's amazing how we gauge the level of toxicity when we need something. Was she toxic when she was paying them bills? Did you when the landlord called and say the month the rent has been paid again, thank you, and blah blah blah, and you ain't had that, you ain't hit now lick at a snake, what the old folks say about getting a job. You ain't did nothing, and now all of a sudden now the mother's toxic. Time to go to the wedding. No, she can't come over here, she's too toxic. Well, was she toxic when she paid your light bill? Was she toxic when you went in the refrigerator and all the food that's in your refrigerator was on her dime? Was she toxic then? It's amazing, man. How it's amazing how people do that. People say, "Yeah, you just so toxic. Give me $100 and go toward my light bill." Oh, hold on. You don't want my toxic money. You don't want my toxic money. No, you don't. No, you don't. Rico, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I'm happy to see another day of life. How everybody doing?
Hey, doing good, brother. Did you hear the scenario?
Yeah, I heard.
What's happening in that, Rico? What's the situation going on, man? How did they get there?
Still a lot of details left out.
Mm-hmm.
That mother can be toxic because she could be enabling him. Looked like she had him when she was 36 or 37, so she had him later on in life. He was an only child. Might be sheltered, might be spoiled. So now he is 35 and she paying all his bills.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. She might be enabling him, and that wife might be like, "Baby, you need to man up. Mama ain't gonna be here forever.
Mm-hmm.
We can't depend on her trust that she's leaving you. What kind of example are you gonna set for our children as far as being what a man is supposed to be?" So there are still other factors that are left out to know whether or not this woman spoiled her son or not.
We have to also have to understand that this woman might just be sunshine. Remember Harlem Night?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, boy, if he ran across sunshine,
He threw.
he gonna do more than put mama in the back seat. Now this is the contradiction. See, this is what men go through.
Mm-hmm.
Other scenarios. If you ride in the car and your mom want to get in the front seat, do you put your mom in the front seat or do you put your wife in the front seat? I'm putting my wife in the front seat. Oh, you putting your wife first?
Mm-hmm.
And she got that sunshine, that Snapple. Oh man. Yeah, this a new woman in my life. Mama, I love you, but she doing things for me that you can't do.
Mm-hmm.
And if she get mad at me, I can't receive those things.
Mm-hmm.
So, we always say that a man, once he gets married, that woman becomes his first priority. Well, that's what he did. That wife, whether she was doing it to help him because he might have been spoiled and sheltered, or maybe she was just being a nasty Jezebel and manipulating him against a good woman because she saw the control and leverage that woman had by paying all them bills. I ain't going to never be able to get him away from her. I got to make him all mine. I know she's going to leave him all that money, but I need to make sure I got him wrapped around my finger. Oh, she ain't going to never cut him loose. But I need to step in between that relationship. So there's room to go around. It ain't never just got to be one person. He can be faulted for being gullible and naive, weak. But she also has to be looked at for her purpose or her reason in trying to manipulate that man into going against his mother. Maybe he needed to be taken off from under her wing. Or maybe she just had ulterior motives and does what a Jezebel does.
We go putting all that stuff to the side and just looking at the scenario for what it is. Who do you put more emphasis on in this situation?
I just said
No.
Just said it. There's enough room to go around. There's enough room to go around because once again, we don't know if that woman spoiled or sheltered that man or not. But if she paying his bills
at 35,
and he's 35 years old, and she putting the food in the refrigerator, we can't overlook that. That man might need to be pulled away from his mama's breast.
Yeah.
When we was young, we called them kitty babies.
I'm gonna tell you, I understand what you're saying, and certainly not gonna say that you're wrong, man. But I look at it a little differently, man. I think it's more him because he allowed it to happen. And like I say, and like you saying, like you say in the streets, man, you man up, bro. You better man up. You better man up, bro, because you don't let nobody come in here, man, and go between you and your mother. I don't care who she is. So, I don't care what kind of good gap she got. I don't care what kind of good gap she got, man. You ain't gonna make me go against my mama. Yeah.
So if he shouldn't go against his mama, should he put his mama in the front seat and put his wife in the back seat?
Now that's I always had issues with that part right there. Now that's something that's based on the individual and the relationship. But I'm gonna tell you what I would base is based on the relationship that the mother and the daughter-in-law have. It depends based on that relationship because my thing is this right here. If I pull up and both of them are standing there, if I pick the wife that I thought that I picked, she's gonna open the door for my mama to get in the front seat, and she's gonna get in the back seat and say, "Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go." She's not gonna put herself above my mother like that, and see that my mama, being who my mom is, they'll probably sit on the sideline. I'm sitting there waiting on them. They're back and forth about who's gonna get in the front seat. You know what I do at that moment? You know what I do? I'm gonna tell you, be honest, what I do, Rico. If they can't decide, I said, both of y'all get in the back. I'll chauffeur y'all. Both of y'all get in the back seat.
I do it that way.
Yeah, both of y'all get in the back seat.
I do it that way.
Yeah,
I definitely do. That's a good idea.
Yeah, both of y'all get in the back seat. I'm gonna chauffeur y'all today, and where y'all want to go? Y'all just discuss what y'all want to go back there in the back seat, and I'll make sure you get there. I'm y'all chauffeur today. Outside of
there's still blame to go. There's still blame to go around in this situation because if that mother hindered that son by making him a mama's boy and still taking care of him when he's 35, it's her fault that she spoiled him like that, and he can't be the man that he needs to be as a husband. If that woman, the wife, the wife that made this decision to go through and put her foot down and say, we're gonna get married and not invite your mama. she might be in a position where she have to pull that boy away from his mom's breast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now, if that is not the reason, that's when I would blame the mom for having that boy spoiled like
Mhm.
that.
Good
But
deal.
if that's not the reason, and it's a healthy relationship, but she's just being manipulative because she wants to be the only woman in his life, then I would fault her.
Mhm.
But in the middle of that, he
Wanna
still
hear.
has to receive all blame. He
Mhm.
has to receive blame too. So
Yeah.
I don't just point the finger at one person because women have manipulated men because of that I'm your wife, and when men have manipulated women and kept them from their family
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm your husband and you do what I say.
Exactly. Stay,
So, you
stay
know,
right
there's
there.
blame to go around. You know, it's sad that the woman broke the woman code. Most times you hear a woman say, "Are you a woman? Are you a mother?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But in some cases, these women and these mothers ain't the same type.
Exactly. Stay right there, Rico. Let me go to Cassandra. Toussaint, coming to you next. Cassandra, what's on your heart? What do you think about this?
No, I said, what I said. I believe it's, for me, it's totally on him, because what is her, what, even if the mother had spoiled him,
Mm-hmm.
why would you not want her to come to a 1 hour? Okay, it takes me about 20-25 minutes to marry a couple, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Then you go to the reception, say 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I say that my mother could not come to a 2 hour ceremony?
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter what's going on, if the wife hates her, whatever, there is no way. She would have to deal with my mother for those 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's no way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know what she might not realize all that my mother has done for me, but I know what she's done, and there's no way that I would hurt her and be that disrespectful. That is totally disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 2 hours,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this woman is saying your mama can't come. What?
And your mom and daddy,
No,
and your mom
girl,
and daddy there,
no.
and your mom and
You're
daddy
gonna
there.
have to suck this up. I'm asking, listen,
Cassandra.
and
Cassandra.
I will talk to her about it, but it would be like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
you do realize that my mother has paid every bill for not just me, but for us. And
Yeah.
I don't know whether they were living together or cohabitating before
They
the
were.
marriage.
Yeah.
But no, my mama's coming. Now, you don't have to talk to her while she's there, but that 2 hours, we're going to give her that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that I would hurt her like that.
Wow.
And there's nothing, you saying there's no toxicity. So then what would be the reason for her not to be able to be there?
Mm-hmm.
And she's dead right to cut him completely off. If that's what the wife wants, that's fine. If she don't want him having her pay bills or do any of that, that's fine. But the wedding ceremony, no. No.
And see, Cassandra, my thing, Cassandra,
she's 72 years
Cassandra,
old.
Cassandra, my thing is this right here. It's only special people. They told her that it was just for the special
That's
people.
what I'm saying.
But see,
What the heck?
But see, her mother and daddy was there. Her mother and father was
That's
there.
what I'm saying. Raheem, all of that scenario that you're saying right now, that is why I'm drawing my conclusion. Because there is no, you're saying only special people.
Mm-hmm.
You're my child.
Yeah. Yeah.
And possibly my only child.
Yeah.
So I'm not special enough
Mm-hmm.
to be, but her parents are. Oh, ain't nothing you can tell me about that. No. Yeah, no, Raheem, I can't go with that. No.
Toussaint, talk to me.
No.
Is we going up there? Is we going up there, Mr.
Fight
Sanders?
somebody. I don't know.
They'll be
Is we going up there? That's all I want to know.
Are you
but
going?
I didn't know where they look. Leonard. If I sign up with him, I might just bust up in the back.
We going up there, Mr. Sanders. We going up there.
Let me ask you a question. Now hold on. Now you going up there. You find out what that you going up there. Are you dressing for the occasion, or how you gonna dress? How you gonna?
I don't even wear bonnets, but I'm gonna have my bonnet on, my fluffy slippers, my pajamas. I'm just kidding.
Lord,
Y'all,
see?
look, those of you that know me know I'm too I'm too like vain for that.
Yeah.
I ain't going up there. I'm gonna be cute as all get out.
You too prissy. You too prissy to go up there like that. You too prissy.
Yeah, you know I'm too prissy. Look, you know I'm too prissy to go up in there looking any kind of way.
Exactly. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
If my mama don't come to this wedding, I ain't going
Mm.
in.
Wow.
Thank you. I wanted Tucson to say it first.
Mhm.
Ain't
Wow.
no way in the world. How did you keep that from your mama? Right. Was they staying with her, or she was a foot in their bill at their apartment or house?
No, she got her own place, her own house, and she was paying their apartment. She was paying for their apartment.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Every month.
Oh son, don't worry about it, son. Listen to this conversation that had to happen. Don't worry about it, son. I didn't pay the light bill and the rent, and thank you, mama. You got to say I appreciate you. Now, this has been going on evidently since Dad died.
Yes.
So let's go to we get married. Okay, we get married. When we get married, we'll set the date. You can't tell your mama. What you say? I don't want her there. What did you say?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who you married. It ain't gonna be me. This thing is over. You ain't. No, I can't say that. Rico, you said something, Rico. Rico, that thing ain't nothing you got that good.
None.
No, sunshine. I'm sorry, girl. No. How in the world? And then here's the kicker. We're gonna invite. Listen to the conversation between the son and the fiance. We're gonna get the guest list together. And I want my mom and my dad, my Uncle Charlie gonna be there. Aunt Sue gonna be there. Yes, we're gonna put them there. And then I said, wait a minute. We got everybody on the list.
What
but
mama?
My mama.
What mama? What mama at?
We don't want her there.
Who don't want her there? Who?
And turn the light on. And turn the light on. And it comes on because mama paid the electric bill.
Yeah.
And she ain't coming to the wedding. Girl, you better go on about your business. I ain't that henpecked. And you ain't the right end to peck me. No, right here. I know but you know, right here, for some reason, that we live in a place now that the very people that you don't expect to turn against you, that's who do it.
Yeah.
The people that you think gonna be grateful, they're the ones that ain't.
Yep.
For the life of me, I can't figure that out. The people marry people that seclude them from their families. I wish you would. I wish you would. You know what, Ryan? I monitor, not really monitor, but I watch and observe how people relate to my family. And I make my decision based on that. Now once we married, don't come in my house and tell me nothing about nothing. Brother, sister, cousin, whatever. Matter of fact, it is what it is. I'm the type of person that I don't have people in this out of my house. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Exactly.
But mama can always come. And another thing about it is my mother-in-law can always come.
Yeah.
My father-in-law is always welcome.
Yeah.
And if I say, let me tell you, right here, mothers at a certain time, fathers too. but mothers get at a certain time that they can't take care of themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and they need somebody to take care of them. And if I would be the type of guy that if my wife's mother got in trouble and she said, "Mama, come and stay with us," if I said she ain't, she need to get rid of me that day,
Yeah. 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 Yep.
because I ain't worth a dime.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't worth a dime.
It ain't worth what now?
You mean to tell me
It ain't.
you
Hold
got
on.
one,
It ain't worth what now?
2 nickels worth of dead dog meat?
There you go.
2 nickels worth of dead dog meat. I'm just saying, because mama, your mama, because we got this kind of relationship, and you don't want my mama, or I don't want your mama to stay with us because she's ill or she needs some help, and we got a roof and she can't come.
You crazy.
Well, I'm moving,
Mm-hmm.
or you need to move me out, or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Because that really don't make no sense to me. It
Exactly.
really doesn't.
Exactly.
And
Bad.
then I can see, and one other thing, Raheem, I
Mm.
see people, and I'm gonna keep saying it, that for some reason, I don't care. I know some people, they mama and daddy, they got some issues with them, but you ain't gonna fix that at the grave. I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only time you get.
Yep.
Let's straighten it out.
Well, that's good. That's good. Badger, talk to me. Talk to me, Badger. I'm about to go into that song.
So I was listening, and the mother truly is a positive person. I could definitely see both of them, both the mother and the son, made a lot of decisions that were the healthiest. Um, Talking about the mother being toxic, seen mothers get away with a lot of nasty things, even in the court system.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little transparency. Both my mother and my wife's mother, literally, her mother told me to make her daughter obey her, and then my mother told my wife to tell me to obey her. And that, you'll need to know a lot more details of why that's not a good thing. But me and my wife both made the decision, no, that's not how that's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And they even threatened inheritance and all kinds of stuff. And we were both like, we don't need it. We'll work and find a way without it. The inheritance was not worth the toxicity that they had at all. So to me, if the mother was toxic, that son should have went, I don't need to be a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got put in a situation where a sibling wanted to get back at the mother to such a degree, willing to not even be in a relationship, or get married or anything, because they want to get back at the mother for what they did to them.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to do, you get where I'm going with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so part of the scenario reminds me of that. Could that be a factor? So is it possible that mother was perfectly sane and all this stuff? Yes. But I've also seen where a crazy mother, stayed in the fault of court for 18 years, and they bounced from doctor to doctor and still said that she was a worthy mother. So there's so many scenarios without all of the details of that entire situation. Because I don't know if any of you guys have dealt with a true blue, like a true narcissist or sociopath. That's one of their specialties, is faking being normal. And then as soon as you get behind closed doors, you know, they want to, you're in danger in one way, shape, or form. And children definitely are too. Especially one saying there's no issue with a 9, 10, 11-year-old kid having sex. You know, that kind of danger.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either scenario. If it's a toxic one, that son should have stood up and did something healthy.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a scenario where the mother's healthy and the person that he's going to get with is a toxic person and just wanting to take advantage of somebody,
Mm-hmm.
he also has a responsibility to make a choice there.
Mm-hmm.
So I do put more emphasis on the son, because I don't understand how a 35-year-old man can't find a way to earn money on his own.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Let me go to Willow.
Raheem, good morning.
Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Hey, Will, I miss you. Hey, I miss you guys too. Good morning, Morning Glow.
Good morning, young lady. Good to have you back. Good to have you back. Well, I want to hear your heart on this scenario. A young lady, 72 years old. She lost her husband a few years ago. Lost her husband, and they got one child, 35-year-old son. He has a fiance. They have their apartment. The mother has been paying everything, the rent, everything for them for the last 2 years or so. All right. They are about to get married. The daughter and the mother the fiance and the mother don't really get along too good, but they're in the same place. And she decides she's gonna call her son to find out what time's the wedding next week. The young lady said, no. We got married yesterday. It was a small, intimate wedding. Only the special people were there. She called her son. She called her son and said, listen, you know, what happened? The son said, he lied to her. Said, no, mom, it was just a little small, mainly just her and I. It was a little small, intimate thing. We just, you know, went on down there and got it done. She did some research to find out that on social media, they posted stuff, and there was a lot of people there, to include the fiance's mother and father. There was a lot of people there. And so she gets angry and she cuts them off, and she go and stop all the payments, so that, you know, the direct deposit payments she got and everything. She did all that. They get angry and bring an attorney to the mother's house, trying to get her to sign some papers to make them power of attorney over her estate, saying that she's mentally incompetent to handle her own affairs. She win in court. They go to court. She win, and all that blows away. But Willow, what do you hear in that whole situation, and who do you put more emphasis on in this? The son for allowing it to happen, or the fiance for turning him against his mother?
Well, first of all, I hear a lot of men. That's the first thing I hear.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of men. And then the emphasis, yeah, I would put on the son, because that was his mother. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. And actually, that was a kind of a true version of what happened to my sister. Her son got married, and she wasn't even at the wedding.
Wow.
And only her parents. So this is a real situation. But my sister, you know, she wasn't taking care of nothing or nobody, but that doesn't matter. You know, that was her son. You know? So, but my thing is this, you know, what he wasn't a stand-up man to me.
Yeah,
he wasn't a man. You know, first of all, if that's the kind of, I don't know, were they in church? That is what that makes a difference to me sometimes.
Yeah,
to me sometimes you could be in church ain't in you. But if he was marrying that kind of mess, for some reason or another, I don't know, he should have cut the wedding off in the beginning. Because first of all, you know, well, even though the Bible says that you leave from your mom and father, you cleave to your wife, that's just a scenario of the priority of where you should stand, but not the love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So he was already going into some mess.
Mm-hmm.
That was messy. What kind of man would allow his wife? I wouldn't care. Allow his wife, and then okay, I don't know what kind. She must have been a stand-up mother in order for her to use her money for 2 years to take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. So she had to be a stand-up kind of person, you know, and that had to be really hurtful.
Yes.
That
Yes.
had to hurt.
Extremely. Yes.
That
Absolutely.
really had to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
As a mother, and your son did that to you.
Mm.
Forget girl. You talking about your son?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Raheem. That no, that's messy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
that's, you know, on my face.
Good deal. Good deal. Christopher, talk to me, and Leonard, coming to you next.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, sir. Talk to me, sir. There's a lot going on in this scenario, man.
complexity of, there's a lot going on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I like someone said, he's 35. Mama's still paying the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Just a whole complex situation, you know. He's obviously dependent on his mom to a degree that, but it's just overly complex, Ryan, because the fact that he goes back and tries to sue the mother is just crazy.
Yeah,
I can't even
yeah.
begin to even
Yeah.
fathom something like that.
Mhm.
Okay, that's the part that just, you know, just drives. I don't know what to say to that guy.
Mhm.
I wish I could look at him. I'm like, what in the world are you thinking? You know?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's okay, Mama cut off the bill, but you could go there and try to take her to court. You
Yeah,
know, that's
exactly.
crazy. But it happens. I think, and sometimes we got to be careful because there are mothers that have literally set up their sons to be so overly dependent on them.
Mhm.
You know, I know
Mhm.
sometimes we see it as love, but to be so overly dependent, not any reason for her not to be invited to the wedding, but sometimes we set up these children that they can't stand on their own. It becomes almost impossible to stand. They're still the 35, he's living, he's about to get married, and now you're taking care of him and his wife. I thank God it broke, you know.
Mhm.
Anyway, it
Mhm.
broke is not the right way for it to broke, but that stuff got to break sometime because that guy is being set up for failure for the rest of his life.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
that's not
Yes.
a blessing that he's at the age that he's at, and still dependent on Mama to take care of his bills and take care of him, and to have that kind of what do I call it? It's like entitlement, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
The entitlement that he's displaying, that okay, you have to take care of me, that kind of thing, you know. Even though I have no
Mhm.
respect and regard for you, you got to take care of me because no, it's terrible.
Mhm.
I just can't even begin to think about it.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me see. Anybody else have anything else they want to say on this topic before we move on to the next one? Leonard, talk to me.
Well, I thought you was moving on first. I done already told you
Okay. Well,
about
let me
the
ask you
situation.
this. What is wrong with our society, Leonard? What is wrong with our society when we would in schools where we would ban books before we ban guns?
Well, I don't necessarily know why, with the exception of it's at the whims of the people that are in control.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know why anybody would ban a book. It just don't make sense to me.
they're doing it. They're banning different
Yeah, I
books.
mean
And
that's
yeah,
what they
yeah,
do.
yeah,
That's what
yeah,
they do.
exactly. Yeah,
They ban
exactly.
books. So that's the type
Mm-hmm.
of stuff they do.
Mm-hmm.
But above and beyond that, that makes no sense to me at all.
Yeah.
But the whole gun issue is different.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at the point where we need them guns, particularly for what the Constitution gives us the right to have those guns for.
So you agree with guns being in the school?
Well, guns are not
Was there a
permitted in
need?
school.
Is there a need?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the resource officer has one.
Mm-hmm.
That's there assigned to that school.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure, for talking points, you can make stuff up all you want. We've never had a situation in years where guns have been permissible on public school grounds. That's a common rule.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not as if it's okay. It was ever okay. These are people with terrible intentions to do criminal and to do people harm. So
Do you think had there been more guns in the school system? Do you think had there been more guns in the school system, some of the gun shootings that has happened would have been minimized?
I don't understand what you say. More guns in the school system.
Well, they was pushing for a long time for teachers to have guns, and I guess the principals or different people like that to
No,
have
I'm
guns.
usually against most of those bills. I'm more on the line of actually putting trained officers in school buildings and things, detectors and things of that nature. When it's talking about protecting schools, not just putting guns in the school. I don't know. There's no research on that shows where that is a great option. I mean, it's no research.
Well, at one time there was a big push. There was really trying to push toward that for teachers, and my wife is an educator, man, but I don't want her to be at school with no gun, man. I don't want her to
But
be at school with no gun.
there's no research to support that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, true.
Usually in schools, you don't react on whims. You usually
Mm-hmm.
get research and before you make decisions because you have to prove why the money should be spent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this whole notion of private gun owners bringing their guns to school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you take your gun in your office to work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
No.
it's ask yourself, you can't.
No.
It's prohibited.
Not at all. Yeah.
It's
Better not.
prohibited.
Be your last day
So
there.
we have law.
Mm-hmm.
We have law. The problem is the people.
Wow.
Bad people
Wow.
gonna do bad things. So that's why I tell people don't go jump overboard on how you feel about something today that may change tomorrow, or presented with a different scenario. It may require something different. But you know, this whole notion, just throw everything out with the bathwater, throw the baby out with the bathwater. That don't usually work when it comes to public policy. It usually never works.
Mm-hmm.
These people think that somehow school's gonna be safer if there are no guns at all. People may not be getting shot, but they could be getting killed in other ways. And then you have people that don't care nothing about the law, which are the people that have been shooting up schools.
Wow. Stay right there, Leonard. Let's keep this thing going. Cassandra Alexander Green, you are an ex-educator as well, a former educator, I should say. How do you feel about guns? Well, let's go to the question. Let's go to the scenario first. They're quick to ban books, but they won't ban guns. How do you feel about guns being in the schools? Should teachers have guns? Principals, assistant principals?
No. I believe just what Leonard said. I believe you should have resource officers within the school, but no, because of the way schools are today, you'd have teachers shooting kids, or kids taking the teacher's gun and shooting them with their own gun. It's just too volatile. Especially in middle and high school.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Teachers should not have guns in their classroom. No. Have you seen some of the activity that has gone on in classrooms between teachers and students,
Yeah,
jumping on
yeah,
kids.
yeah.
No, they don't need, no. We need to have other protection in place, like the resource officer. But no, as a teacher, no, I definitely, no, no,
Can can you think of some
no.
can you think, and we're not certainly not gonna call any names, but can you think of some scenarios of some of the teachers that while you was in the classroom, you said, man, ain't nowhere in the world, we can't get that one there no gun. Boy, don't know. That one right there? No,
Me, look,
no.
me. Yep, I have my hand up.
Yeah, yeah.
Me.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
a kid jumps on me, it's gonna be a problem. I mean, I'm happy for for people to be like, oh, Johnny, please don't strike me in my face again, Johnny. Johnny, stop it, Johnny, stop. Oh, we ain't doing that.
Boom, boom.
We're not gonna do that. But I'm glad for people who would be doing that.
Yeah.
But no, it would not work for me.
Yeah.
I snatched a kid up one time, and I told the story on here before. An 8th grader. I snatched him up. He telling me he going to get his gang, and he doing this and he doing that, and I'm telling him just leave my classroom. And he jumped up and go like, I'm coming back here, and I'm a woo. Man, I snatched that kid up so fast and threw him out my classroom. No, we're not doing that. No, we will not do that, Raheem.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's wrong right now. These kids out of control.
Yeah.
Then
exactly.
he come back 2 hours later, begging me to call in the principal to talk to me, begging me to come back to school because the judge said if he got kicked out of another school, he was going to reform school.
Yeah.
Man, no, these kids will hurt you. No, I'm not playing with them.
Exactly.
I don't need no gun in school.
Tucson, talk to me, brother. Tucson, you there? Tucson, wake up and go to sleep.
They got somebody paying the bills right here. At least helping me. Unless you're gonna send me a check.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta keep my priorities in order.
Keep your ducks lined. Keep your ducks lined up. Yes, sir.
I'm just saying.
Should guns be in the school?
Right. I was hoping that you'd ask the question or lay out the scenario before, but I got it. No, ain't got no business in schools. Because they're not. There's no. They're not the law. They don't. They're not. They're not policing. It's not their job to police. It's not even their job to parent students. It's to teach them. And you got to stop teaching. To be security, you're looking for trouble. You're just looking for trouble. But the thing about the taking away the books is the reason why that is to keep them uneducated and ignorant. If you keep them oppressed, uneducated, and ignorant, you can control them. The mind. You don't have to worry about the body. You control that mind, you got them.
Yeah. Lock, sinking, barrel.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Teach them what you want them. Teach them what you want them to know. They've been the trick of the trade ever since long as I can remember. But if you keep them, remember, some people don't they forget that. Is the first thing they did with the slave-like mentality is keep them uneducated. Don't teach them to read. It's illegal for them to read.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You already you give them a history. See how the effort is about history in this country. They want us to learn certain things, and because people have, I hate to say the word woke.
Mm-hmm.
They've enlightened their own self about the reality of not only how this great whatever nation has come about, but then what we believe has been manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
from the 50s, 60s, 70s, you know, I remember having secondhand books.
Yes, sir.
Y'all remember that?
Yes, sir.
They got 4 or 5 people's name in the book, and it's the first day of class.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some of the
Mhm.
pages are torn out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Used
Yep.
books.
Mm-hmm.
See, flip, run, flip, and run fast. What good is that
None.
when there's a lot that has Christopher Columbus discovered America with people on it.
Mm-hmm.
People already here, and he discovered it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, if that wasn't enough, Raheem, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Go ahead. Say it.
They take a picture of the Pope's son and call him Jesus,
Mm. Mm.
and we put it on the wall
Mm-hmm.
and just go to pray.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Ignorant, just ignorant, but controlled. And then you get ignorant, controlled people and put some other folks with a gun in their hand. Total
Mm-hmm.
disaster. They'll kill each other. They'll kill each other.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no
Absolutely.
truth, but no real truth in them. So if there's no real truth in them, you ever? If I wish you could put 2 rats in a cage and let them fight over cheese. You'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
One gonna kill the other.
Kill them all.
They've done that test. Nah, I was going to say some of us. I might as well say it. I'm gonna say it like this. I was going to say some of you test bunnies, rabbits, or mice. They got you in a cage again,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna just see what happened. They're gonna throw a little piece of cheese in there and see who kill each other first.
Wow. Just like that. Just like that. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Badger, talk to me, Badger. Should there be guns in school?
Man, I've been enjoying hearing everybody talk this morning, especially on this topic.
Mm-hmm.
So for anyone listening that doesn't know, I live in.
Mm-hmm.
Everything all right?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I was working on something. Go ahead.
Okay. I live in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And here in Texas, they passed a law giving teachers the right to carry guns.
Mm.
So, yeah, I lean more towards what other people are saying.
Mm-hmm.
But they did it for security purposes because of the school shootings and things of that nature.
Uh-huh.
So teachers, can protect the kids. It was kind of their presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's created an interesting dynamic. And then now this year at school, they passed the school choice waiver. So there's a lot of parents that weren't happy about it, and that has started to pull kids out of school.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Because it isn't just as much as having to trust the teacher to kind of be trained. Because they are required to do a gun safety course type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like it was said, There's no requirements outside of that. It's kind of like gun safety course, and then you're allowed kind of thing. So there are so many factors at play. And then on top of that, are they responsible enough to make sure a kid can't get access to it throughout a school day? So I have, and as far as the book side of things go, there are some books, of course, age appropriate. Like, I don't think a third grader should read Grapes of Wrath or Of Mice and Men, different things like that. But I don't see why they can't have it in high school. And that's where I agree more with what Toussaint and stuff was saying. They don't want intelligent, critical thinking people. That's where we, the parents, or grandparents, need to make sure that those skills are being taught to our kids. And I know life is busy and everything else, but that's a very critical process of life. Is you learn to be accountable for yourself. You learn to critically think, so you can actually understand what's going on, a moderate understanding of what's going on in the political world. You can think for yourself, and you don't become a sheep.
That's good.
So so certain books being banned, no, there's a lot of them that shouldn't be banned at all. But then again, Texas has also passed another thing where they're altering the history, trying to make slavery look like it was a benefit to the Africans that were brought here. So we got guns in school, Christianity's coming back into Texas schools, and now they're changing the way history is going to be taught. I don't know how to process it at the current moment outside of it's just insanity.
Wow. That's good. That's good. Let me go to Joseph. Joseph, good morning, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning. Good morning, family.
Joseph, we're talking about
Badger's dropping bombs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's dropping bombs. I was thinking as listening to everyone, what if a disgruntled teacher had enough of the principal's mess and decide they're going to take out the principal or the superintendent? We live in a climate in this country where there's a lot of confusion and chaos, and there's a lot of disgruntled people. The MAGA movement is a movement composed of a lot of disgruntled people, and this is not new. Even back during the Reagan days, the angry white male was made to believe that he was now a victim. He's a victim of affirmative action. He's a victim of the Civil Rights Act that was passed. The Civil Rights Act, imagine that. The act to give Black people rights to vote. That somehow is a threat to white men. The act to give Black people equal access to jobs paid for by our tax money is a threat to white folks.
Wow.
You see, that climate right there is violent. And, violence beget violence. I like the way Dr. King said it. If you think about that, violence gives birth to violence. Let's put it in that vernacular. As I say, as opposed to saying violence beget. Let's say violence gives birth to violence. In other words, it's like a doggone orgy. See, and it spreads violence. So if we want to fix our schools, we don't need guns. We need to change some attitudes and some hearts. But But if people are hell bent on being racist and denying others opportunity, just like those farmers out there in Arkansas, they're crying for welfare now. Same folks who said they don't believe in welfare for nobody else, now they need welfare.
Mm-hmm.
They need a government handout
Yep.
to bail them out, or they're going to lose their farms.
Mm-hmm.
See, and if you trace them farms back some decades, you will learn that many black folks were sharecroppers on those farms.
Mm-hmm.
You go back farther enough, you'll find out the black folks were slaves on those farms.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, so even these ignorant folks in Arkansas, miseducated, poorly educated, and they want to keep people miseducated, so they can, like someone said so eloquent, I think it was Tucson, they can control you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't control an enlightened person.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't pull the wool over their eyes.
Mm-mm. They ain't having it.
And they're not having it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say.
Good deal. Good deal. K with an E. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning? K, you there?
Trying to get off mute. I'm here. Of course, I'm here.
She was waiting on the drum roll.
I thought she was waiting on the drum roll or waiting on them Kansas City Chiefs to beat somebody finally. Cause they sure got their butt whooped last night.
I went to sleep and I just asked my nephew who won. He said, not the Chiefs. I started laughing. I said, every time I go to sleep, they lose. I did not watch the game. I was so tired.
You ain't missed nothing. They got their butt
whooped. I woke up and talked to him and went back to sleep.
Jacksonville handled their business in Kansas City. Handled their business. But anyway,
we wasn't in Kansas City. No, they didn't beat us at home.
Well, they beat you. They beat you. I don't care where it was at. Y'all lost. I don't care where it was at.
You know what? I woke up and told my nephew, I used to root for Jacksonville. It used to be my team. So
yeah, maybe you should go back. Maybe you should go back.
Boston and Baltimore Ravens.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you should go back. Kansas City ain't gonna do that. But anyway, okay, let's talk about books. Should we talking about books banned in school, and should guns be allowed in school? What do you say to that?
I think that when it comes to books, you're talking about the Bible, the Word.
No, books, regular books.
I'm thinking on a whole nother level because the books ain't important as prayer. Prayer is important. They need to put prayer back in there. I ain't worried about the books, but the prayers, they need to put prayer back into the schools because we ain't never had as many problems as we have. But once again, it's a new day of time, new generation. That's what they do.
Should guns be allowed in school?
That's what they do. No, I mean, but you got the teachers, they need them for their protection, so they can protect the other kids because it's crazy. It's needed.
Guns are needed in school?
That's bad.
Did you say guns are needed in school?
For teachers to have, it's really needed. Like somebody got to be able to protect the kids because you don't never know who. You got crazy parents come in with guns. You just don't never know who's coming.
What if you give a crazy teacher a gun, not knowing he or she is crazy?
You got crazy teachers too.
Yeah,
everybody crazy.
So how do you know who to get a gun to?
My thing is just stay prayed up. I ain't worried about it. Of course, I got two guns, but I don't walk around with them in my house.
Yeah,
if you come up in here the wrong way, then that's what you'll get. But other than that, I shouldn't have to fight in my own house, and I'm not gonna fight in my own house. I'm gonna shoot you and keep it moving. But on the streets, I will just fight you. I don't need a gun because when I go and leave my house, my guns are not with me. My Bible is with me, and my fist is with me. So my fist is my two guns. I have two. I got two at home, and I got two that leave with me. My fist. And if I need my feet, I got 4 because I can use all of them.
You got 4 feet?
No, I got 2 feet, 2 hands. That's 4. That's 4 weapons.
Okay. I thought you said you had 4 of them. I said, good Lord. What line you went into? What line did you go to?
Look, you might have to use all that. My mama told us, don't be a biter. Don't bite nobody. You mess around and catch something you don't want because you done bit somebody. You don't know what people got. Just beat them up. If you draw blood to them, stop fighting them because you don't want nobody else's blood on you. You're done. They bleed now.
Leave it alone.
No, the fight is over. No, you bleed. You
Fight's
bleeding.
over.
You bleeding. I ain't fighting you no more. You bleeding.
Get
Rico.
on somewhere. You
Exactly.
leaking.
Exactly.
That's when your feet come into action.
Mm-hmm.
Bloop, bloop. You got to kick them out the way.
Yeah, hey, there you go. Rico, talk to
That's
me.
why I do yoga.
There, I got you. I got you. You know, I'll just say some more. I ain't gonna say it. Rico, talk to me.
Man, what in the world y'all talking about, man? What you talking about the guns in school still and
Yeah, Kate took us on
books
another. Kate took us on another
taken out?
turn. Kate took us on another turn. But yeah, we're talking about the guns in the school and should books be banned from school? Why are they banning? Why are they banning? They banning books, but they allow, they want to allow guns in school. How does that is that mathing, man? How does that make sense to you?
Everything should be regulated, but it should be done fairly.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be done one-sided or biased. Like they want to take certain books out of school. They don't want to teach critical race theory. They want to take certain things out of museum because these people are so embarrassed about their behavior historically.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want y'all to know about these activities. So, they don't want those books in schools. But at the same time, if you ain't careful, you'll read some ABC books talking about some LGBTQ stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They took them out of school too. I definitely don't think we want our children to be introduced to that. B is for bisexual.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, they had those books. So, there has to be a balance because there's a pro and a con to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the guns. My alternative solution would be is to have armed security and to have safe rooms in each classroom. Those safe rooms, they can't be penetrated. And or you can't, the bullets can't penetrate them. Even the other person can't get in once you lock everybody in on the inside. So, you can have that with communications, and that can keep everybody safe until the threat is disarmed by law enforcement or whoever comes in. There are different things that they can do, but people have extreme agendas. And when they have these extreme agendas, they don't never really have a middle ground or a logical solution for anything. It's one thing to want to stop the gun violence, but then say you don't want to put some type of regulation on guns. When you're really trying to solve a problem, you got to try to hit every component that has a factor in it. So, when it comes to the school shooting, the mass shootings, if you see it's getting to a point to where people are coming up on school property doing things that were doing those type of things, well, how about having the same type of security that you have at the Capitol or the White House? All the security that they need. And if you can't even afford that, at least go and put safe rooms in each classroom.
Yep.
But some books do need to be banned. Some books do need to be banned. So once again, you have to have some type of middle ground and some logic. Let's be reasonable about what we're banning and then what we're not banning. What shouldn't be banned and what should be banned. Because you don't want an inaccurate history, but at the same time, you don't want any negative programming.
How does one draw the line, Rico?
Influence.
How does one draw the line?
Well, if you say you believe in God, put God in it. If you believe in Jesus, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you ain't gonna be teaching no kids. I don't know. Man, we know children don't need to be introduced to that type of material when you start talking about homosexuality or whatever. Them being called pronouns and all these different things. Hell, some of these children think they're Superman when they're young. You have to make sure they don't tie a towel around their neck and jump off the roof.
Yeah, exactly.
You know how delusional I was when I was young, man. I wanted to be Evel Knievel and Superman. And I tried to tie that little nappy out. You know how he had the little S in the front of his house? Like, you know what I'm saying? He had the little dangle right there.
Yeah.
Man, you know how much I tried to tie that little nappy afro down. I
Yes,
was
I
too
heard.
young to realize that I couldn't do it.
Yeah, yeah,
I can't be Superman. He ain't even real.
yeah. Exactly.
But I felt like I could.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, what you introduce to these children, it definitely has to be monitored.
Up,
It
up,
definitely has to
and
be monitored. So you
away.
have to find a middle ground, man.
Mhm.
People it just seems like society doesn't want to find a middle ground of logic.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Christopher, talk to me. What up? Coming to you next.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
You know, I've been listening, and there are people who know that words are more powerful than guns.
Mm-hmm.
They know that,
Yes.
so they control the narrative as to what people can have access to. You can control a community more with the words that you allow or disallow in that community. You can destroy people with the words that you allow or disallow in that. There are people that know that,
Mm-hmm.
so they work to control the access that people have to certain words. So I've seen both sides of this equation in America. When the Democrats are in power, there's an influx of liberal mindset books, and there are other books that are like the Bible and stuff like that. We don't want that in our schools because we don't want our children learning thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, or what God says about. We don't want the kids learning about that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
But when it changes to the other side now, we don't want the kids learning about all this history, their history about black and all this stuff. It's crazy because people know that words control a lot of things, And if you give people the right words into their community, you can liberate them or you can keep them in bondage. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a major thing I hear in all our communication today. Hey, how you doing? So we got to take charge of the words that we got to get our kids the right words that they need. I think a lot of things that we've left to government should be in the hands of parents.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I want to tell my kids the books that they're gonna read and not read. And when you bring books that are totally against, what we believe in, you're like, no, my dad said not to read that. We're not reading that.
Yes, exactly.
So parents need to get involved in the education of their children.
Good deal. Good deal. Well,
Raheem,
talk to me.
to address the book, I thought about, let's think about 40, 50 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
And the history books are still talking about 1800. How significant and how relevant would that information be for that time?
Mm-hmm.
50 years from now, 100 years from now. You think about that. So as far as how education evolves or how we elevate that, I believe that should be determined through the system that prepares our children for this world, or the world that they're living in, or their environment that they're living in. And I thought about when you guys are talking about guns. And I think about when the Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes on the season. When winter time comes in, you're going to prepare yourself for the winter with snow, with shovels, and you're going to prepare whatever you need. You're going to prepare yourself for it. So when fall gets here, you're going to prepare yourself for the leaves or whatever it is that you utilize to get those up. So what I'm saying is that times have changed today.
Yes.
We're living in a world that most children don't even care to shoot their own parents.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think about if I had kids going to school, I would want to feel, well, I definitely believe in prayer. That's not That's not here or there.
Mm-hmm.
But from a secular standpoint, the world, earthly standpoint, I think about what Rico and what Leonard, what everybody said, that we need something of a safe haven because the world is so evil now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you could say, 10, 20 years ago, we didn't have as many mass shootings as we do today, but we got them more now today. So what do you do? What do you still stay in the 18th century, or do you think more about this is what we need to change? Because the world changes, things changes, and you cannot keep it the same.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think on those lines.
Yeah.
I don't think that the teachers themselves should have the guns. I don't, because they're somebody said they're not security guards, and then they're teachers.
Mm-hmm.
But those that are professionally skilled in that area, where they are there to focus on one thing, and that's the safety of my child being in there, I would want them there.
Mm-hmm.
However they do it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to prepare yourself the season that
Yeah.
you're in.
Okay.
You're not going to, you got to prepare yourself for the season. Because if you don't, what you're going to go outside, it's raining, and you're going to have a shovel instead of an umbrella.
Mm.
Come on now. You got to think on those lines.
Yeah.
The world is changing. It is not the same.
It's not the same.
So
Absolutely.
that's what I wanted to share in my thinking.
Good deal. Cassandra, talk to me.
Yeah, I don't I don't really have on what part now? On the book banning part or the gun part?
Either way you want to go.
Okay. Well, the book banning, I just want people to think about this. The book banning is one of they just did it. That was a part of Hitler's when he was taking over Germany. That was a big part of what he did, burning books. They were cultural books. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You know, I don't understand, because some parents might not mind teaching their children about diversity. Some parents may not mind teaching, and then there's another parent. You need to teach this has always been my thing. You need to teach your children the morals and values that you want to teach them at home.
Mm-hmm.
At home, you need to do that. And then when they go to school, even because everybody does not believe the same things.
Yeah.
Everybody is not a Christian. You got people that are Buddhists. You got people that are Muslims in these schools. And that's why I respect them, because they put their kids in their own schools.
Yep.
Because you're not going to teach my child that Christians are bad or they're horrible or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not going, it's just too much. So you can't teach everything in a classroom. You can't. You don't even have enough time, and then you don't have enough. The time is the biggest thing. And the classrooms are so big, you're trying to individually. So if your child is a Buddhist, then they need to be learning certain things. You just teach the kids the basic and let their parents handle the rest.
Yeah, that's good. That's
'Cause
good.
I don't want nobody forcing my kid to say the Our Father prayer. I'm sorry. No, if I'm a Muslim or I'm a Buddhist or whatever I am, no one has a right to force my child to say the Christian prayer, Our Father. No, you can give them a moment of silence. Whoever that child prays to, their parents, they should have that ability to pray to whoever. Stop it, guys.
Yeah.
We live in a country that we say is so diverse, but yet we want to make everybody be a Christian. No. I may be a Muslim.
Yeah.
I may be a Buddhist. So you give them a moment of silence, and you don't. I'm gonna stop, because I got some real crazy views on that. I don't think kids should be forced to say the Our Father prayer. I'm sorry, and I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
If they're not of that religion, give them a moment of silence. Let that child pray to whoever they're going to pray with quietly, and then go on with their schoolwork.
Good.
I'm sorry, that's not a popular opinion, but
that's okay.
It's mine.
It's exactly, it's yours, and that's all that matters. It's yours. Leonard, talk to me, brother.
I'm right there with Cassandra on a lot of that. Being, my education is K through 12, and I was working on my doctorates as well in the higher and post-secondary education in critical issues and leadership in education. These types of things that are coming to school, you don't want. See, they're weaponizing with the weaponization of education this way, forcing people to pick and choose these different types of things, as opposed to really giving people a choice. There's a big difference. And we have to understand that, we talk about the religious aspect of it. I think I've seen one proposal to remove certain books that were written by Black authors out of their libraries.
Good Lord.
So the power to do a thing is very important. Who did you give that power to? Because these people are going to manipulate the rules. And a good Christian don't want to force everybody else to be Christian. Not a good Christian. That ain't how you became a Christian. Who forced you to become a Christian? So we have to be very careful and understand that don't allow people to weaponize your religion that way. Just like they attack with the book ban. There are certain books that are inappropriate for certain age groups.
Yes.
So they should have access to those. We don't have porn magazines in school libraries.
No.
Okay, and we all know why. So it takes common sense approaches to solve certain problems, where now we have all of these extremists posing as religious, posing as friendly, peaceful, and all whatever they're doing. You have seen them completely pervert everything civil liberty is about.
Exactly.
If you really about one of the aspects of democracy is these freedoms. So how can forcing everybody to be Christian be freedom? Isn't that why you got in them boats and brought your behind over here? Fuck. That's what's in your books. That's what's in all your history. But you don't want somebody to know about your history because you got something to hide.
Try to hide it. Exactly.
That's why you can't be trusted. That's how we know who you are.
Good deal. Good deal. Rico, talk to me, brother.
Leonard stole the words out of my mouth. Joseph stole the words out of my mouth. Cassandra stole the words out of my mouth. Wilma stole the words. Man, Chris, he said it. It's the stream, man. It's like our society has been pulled and tugged on by both extremes. And so, it's almost going to be like I'm repeating my first comment. You want to hide your behavior, the history of your behavior so bad that you want to ban books and ban history, take it out of museums. But at the same time, we live in a cause and effect world. On the other side, we got some extreme people that's willing to teach children about sexuality in preschool and kindergarten, but they don't even teach sex education classes no more. Come on. How you going to teach children about sexuality and gender before you even teach them sex education? And there's a reason why they took it out of schools, in most schools. It's a reason why they wait to a certain age before they teach you about sex education, like this thing called puberty and brain maturation. So, you know, here it is. You got an immature, very influential brain of a child that wants to be Evel Knievel, Bugs Bunny. Somebody a child that is so influential and amazed by all these things that their little young, brand new brain sees. And then all of a sudden you see this big cross-dressing, Dolly Parton times 10, boob-sized man come in as a substitute teacher with one of these books talking about some tears for them or whatever mess it is they teach. So, you know, it's like one extreme side, that mad extreme white male that Joseph is talking about, that says that they are losing power. On one side, they say, you know what, man, we got to do something about this. So the extreme side of them takes over, and they use every opportunity. It's like you sometimes you give people a leg to stand on. Look, we could take advantage of this opportunity to promote our agenda. Let's point at that extreme. So they pointing at the far left extreme to do far right extreme things, and we all in the middle of it. Nobody wants to have any type of reason, logic, morals, principles, honesty, or truth about the legislation and the decisions that they're making. So now we live in a frustrated society, that disgruntled society that Joseph was talking about. Man, some of these teachers, not only will they touch on these kids and have relationships with them, they'll have babies with them. And if they have relationships with them and have babies with them, they'll do what that female cop did to that guy in Atlanta that wouldn't have sex with him. Shoot him.
Wow.
Because we just can't regulate guns. So, I mean, it's so many different agendas, and people want their way that they won't allow, or they won't release. They won't give up some of their personal rights or some of their personal belongings or whatever it is that they won't give up. That's keeping us from just finding a common middle ground on logic. So now we're talking about school teachers carrying guns instead of just having people who are qualified and certified to do security to secure the schools.
Exactly.
How extreme is that?
Very.
Is that the best we could do?
It's not at all. Anybody else have anything else they want to say on this topic before we move on to the next one? K with E, you've been quiet for a minute. What's on your heart, sis?
I'm just listening, waiting on the next subject, because everybody done said everything that could be said.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, I don't.
I'm gonna start the next one off with you. Are you ready?
Brian,
Yes.
I have something.
Go ahead.
One of the things that a lot of us parents out here in Texas are doing is actually working hard to gather information, as well as work like with the Health and Human Services, the Child Behavioral Health Services, and all that kind of stuff, to fight and counteract the laws that are being put into place in our public schools. And that's we need more people willing to do it, to stand up, and not just go with the status quo. So that's the only way change is going to happen, is if we come together and make a change.
Absolutely. Gonna make a change for once in my life. Gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. God almighty. Boy, look.
See what I mean, y'all, about how we don't want to let stuff go. Sometimes we just don't want to let stuff go. Right here, just gave us a straight example.
Well, look here. Boy, you can't tell me that wasn't good. Boy, that was straight Michael. I thought Michael Jackson was in the building, man. Good Lord, that sounded good, didn't it?
I was
Didn't that
panning
sound
to
good,
the
Kate?
right and to the left. I was panning right and left looking for him.
Yeah. Man, listen.
Tell him I said, hey.
That's the thing is, and
Who was that trying to perpetrate like that?
Man, let's help. Michael Jackson, man. I believe Michael Jackson came in the building. Oh, Lord, gee, that sounded real good. That sounded good. Now that sounded good. Big O, didn't that sound good? Gonna make it right. God almighty. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. Y'all didn't know he said that, did you?
No.
Y'all didn't know he said that, did you?
Version. I give you that credit for it.
Huh?
That man be standing up in the mirror, boy. That man be standing up in the mirror, boy. I'm telling you, I know what he be doing. And what you think about that, Joseph? You still on that, Joseph?
No, Joseph hung up. See, Joseph, I had Joseph sing. See, Joseph sing for real. See, but what Pete at? Pete said he sang for real. Get Pete call on in, brother, because y'all imitations of I'm the real deal, but I let y'all display y'all talent too. But I'm the real deal, you know.
Tell them the truth and then trying to cover it up. How you do that?
Gonna make it right. God almighty, boy. Hey, K with E, I got a question for you. Hey, well, hold on before I do that. Willa, didn't that sound good, Willa?
Wait a minute. I got an announcement to make.
Got an announcement to make. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What's the announcement?
Everybody got a knife. You got a stroke.
Huh?
I need to find somebody with a knife to cut your throat.
Huh? Man, look here. Y'all, man, look here. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all would be hurt. Y'all be hurt. Not hurt, but hurt. If y'all couldn't hear this great singing I do it. Every now and then I break out into a song, man. Y'all would be hurt if y'all couldn't hear this singing. Man, I know it, man. I know. Go on admit it. Go on admit it. Y'all would be hurt. Hurt. For real.
A good laugh. Thank you.
K with E.
Yes.
I'm gonna say something to you, and I want you to run with it. I'm gonna go, Cassandra. Hold on, okay. Cassandra Alexander Green, you there? Cassandra, you there?
Yes.
Okay,
You're on mute.
I'm good.
Yes.
I'm gonna go to K right now. I want y'all to talk about this. I'm gonna go make me a cup of coffee. I need me a cup of coffee, but it took a lot of energy out of me to sing that song, whatever. So listen, I'm gonna go up here and I want you to keep this thing going. Who you got? You got Toussaint, you got Rico, you got Willow, K with an E, and Leonard as well. But what I want y'all to talk about till I get back, and you call them in the order in which you want. I'm gonna let K start it off, then you take it from there. We can feed inmates. So why are their children going hungry? If we can feed inmates every day, 3 meals, 3 hots and a cot, why are their children on our streets hungry? Do we have our priorities right? We feed inmates 3 meals a day. I used to work in an institution. We used to walk them to the cafeteria 3 times a day. Feed them. Make sure they eat. But we got children going to school that's hungry as I don't know what, man. They can't get 1 meal a day. Or our priorities out of sort. Kate, talk about that. Cassandra, take it over till I come back, okay?
Okay. Well, I have to say it's sad to say that we got some children locked up that's getting the same treatment. It's sad to say. So it falls on our parents that at home with the children and run across. So I don't know. Like this one lady, I was like, you can go over there. They'll help you and they'll give you some groceries. They'll do this. They'll do that. That young lady looked at me and told me that she can't go to some places and she can't do this and she can't do that, and she'll stand on the corner first and do this and do that. And I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna pray for you. I said, because God gave you resources. You ran into me and met me, and I'm giving you resources. He gave you me to tell you about the resources so that you don't turn to those things. They're not healthy and they ain't good. And then you said you have 4 girls, I think you said. She said, I do. I got 4 girls and no boys. So your girls are watching you, believe it or not. I said, it's a cool world out there. And you got to grow up in it. But that young lady told me she couldn't go to those resources. And I'm just like lost with it. So that's why our children go hungry. Because they got parents that's over them. They don't have no authority. Until they get old enough to live different and do different, then that's when their choices get to make a difference.
But right now, poor babies, they don't have a choice because they're not the parent. And it's very sad.
Okay. So, Willa, what do you think about what Kay just said?
The reason that is because each area has its own program, and one funding might be, should I say it, in the red, and don't have enough funding. Is it right? No, it's not. But you asked me why, and that's why. Every governmental area has a budget for certain things. Just
Exactly.
like your just like for instance, the state has its funding for certain areas, the federal government, your local area, and it's up to us to know what funding has money in it. So the program for in the city of Chicago, that's why a lot of people are angry with Brandon Johnson, who's the mayor of Chicago, is because they spent those billions of dollars that he had for the immigrants instead of taking care of the people that were in Chicago. So he used the funding money that was supposed to be for Chicago in a certain area and used it for the immigrants. So I hope I kind of help to understand. That's why. Because they probably got plenty of money and we don't.
Wow. So you think that the immigrants are the reason why you kids are going hungry in Chicago?
No, it's not the immigrants. No, it was the person that utilized the wrong money.
The money.
Utilized the money and put it in the wrong area where it should have been put in the public schools, the Chicago public schools. And they put it and utilized it in the wrong area. In Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Toussaint.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, can you tell us why you think that money is going into the prison system, but there are hungry kids on our streets?
You stop them in the street, they'll be in prison sooner or later. They're still hungry.
That's good.
This whole system works in unity. And the reason why we miss it, and y'all, so maybe I agree with me, because we switch sides with the politicians based on their party, but it's the same people. We switch back and forth, and because they give us on one day during the campaign, they feed us sandwiches and watermelon and give us some chips and soda and water that appeases us. We like that. But they ain't gonna do nothing because they're still starving the children. And if the children keep starving, sooner or later they're gonna steal to eat and they're gonna feed them in prison too. If they can get them impoverished, here's that control mechanism that they use. And it's just my opinion. I think that what we do is we keep being sold off to different plantations, but it's not the form or the plantation property. It's the plantation or the slave black mentality. It's a mental game that they play over and over. It's a playbook, and they keep reading it, and they keep that book from us so that we won't recognize what they're doing. You get a person and you start you don't feed them. You make them poor. You get them to the point where they need somebody to help them. And then when you don't help them, they go to stealing. You feed them sooner or later. but you rather incarcerate them to feed them than educate them, because if you educate them, they'll be somebody that is with influence. Then they'll start making good choices, and if they keep making good choices, they'll take your place, and they won't have it. And that's just my opinion.
That's good, Toussaint. That makes a lot of sense, because we do realize, guys, that it's just not the inner city kids that are going hungry. Do you know who goes hungry more than inner city kids? What area you think? Rural areas.
Mm-hmm.
Out there in the Appalachian Mountains, or in these little towns where they don't have ways to get around. You know, they don't have anywhere to they don't have access to the food like they should. So you have these poor people in the rural areas, and there may be farms around, but guess what? They don't have access to it. They don't have access to it. I remember I used to donate to y'all remember, what was it, food something, and I used to try to donate to them every chance I got. The guy that used to travel around the country taking food to different areas, I can't remember the name of that program now, but he would go in them poor areas, and he asked the mother when was the last time their kid had a meal, and it'd be like a day, 2 days. Can you imagine not even being able to find food for 2 days? And you way out in this rural area, you may or may not, probably don't have transportation. So you just stuck out there. So we have to consider, and I agree with Toussaint, if you don't feed people, they're going to find a way to get it, and it probably won't be legal. And it's just sad, because this country pays farmers to burn food or to get rid of food. Did y'all know that? So I'm just saying, Rico, what do you think?
Well, some of these parents don't have homes to cook food in.
Absolutely.
Some of them don't have rides to get to the places like where Donald have the food giveaways to get there to get it. Then in this world of convenience, some are so lazy that they really can't afford to buy that $4.38 large fry.
Wow.
It's getting hard to cost of living, man, getting something else. So we have numerous factors, but we all have to tie in those different factors of why the children may not be eating. In some situations, they don't have access to food, and in some situations, they don't have parents that are concerned about them even having food. That woman that threw her children in the swimming pool last week, she might have been struggling to feed her children. But then you have that woman in the grocery store with the buggy full of Kool-Aid and Capri Suns and Little Debbie's and ramen noodles and all that little junk food stuff that you like, oh man, ain't nothing healthy in that basket but some water. If they got water. You know how many people I heard say they don't drink water? So imagine if that parent that doesn't drink water is responsible for a child's diet. They're going to give that child what they want to drink, what they like to eat. So, I mean, man, we talk about all these different experiences, man, of what children are going through and all the different people that are responsible for what we're seeing going on. There are food stamps available. Some people like to sell their food stamps for dope.
Yep.
Or just to get their hair done. So, when you start talking about you know, whose fault is it, or why is it that the people in prison are being fed? Which some people go to prison just so they can eat, go to jail just so they can have somewhere to sleep. When you start talking about that, though, and you associating it with the children not eating or being taken care of, because that's my biggest thing is, you know, the ones even getting put in the ovens and in deep freezers and stuff. I almost said one of my good words. I started thinking about that, man. It goes back to the parents majority of the time. And even if the parents made bad decisions because of the life that they had and they didn't know any better, maybe they just made bad decisions because they didn't have good training. The children are still the ones that are going to suffer from the lack of parenting skills from that person that's a parent now. They might have too many children to deal with, 6, 7, 8 children. Still struggling just to find somewhere to sleep. So you know they're struggling to find somewhere to eat.
Yeah.
Might be too proud to dig in the dark garbage. Might be too ashamed to go to a food pantry. So it's numerous reasons why these children aren't eating, you know what I'm saying? But like Donald said, it all ends up resulting in a very extreme way of trying to find out how you can survive.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
By any means necessary.
Absolutely.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
And
All right, Raheem, are you back?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I want to come to you. What do you say to this question, man? We could feed people. We feed the inmates 3 meals a day, 3 hots in a cot is what they say. But we got children walking in the street that's going to school or wherever they're going and are hungry. Cassandra, what does that say to you?
Well, our systems are jacked up. The money maker is the prison, not hungry kids on the street. Because we've privatized a lot of the prisons and the jails, well, the prisons especially. We privatized them. So it's all about, hey, we gonna make sure they got their 3 hots and a cot because somebody paying for that. Tax dollars are paying for that.
Yeah.
But when you have children on the street, children hungry, they don't have to be on the street, but children hungry, how does that benefit them? You understand? I mean, it's no real financial benefit for them feeding the hungry. You know, and
Cassandra, what happened, Cassandra? What happened to what happened to the moral? Where's the morality in that though? Where's the moral compass in that? You know, you got children. We're talking about children, Cassandra. The children that are hungry.
Raheem, we know these people, Raheem.
Yes.
You know, a lot of these people could care less about the poor, about the disenfranchised. So let's not pretend like we live in a country where where the people that really can do the change or help make the change, that they are really trying to do something to help the poor. As we see right now, the poor is being victimized. And that's when the poor is being victimized, who's going to hurt the most? I'll go without eating for any amount of days I have to make sure that my children have something to eat. And I have done it. Even when I was homeless, I've done it. I've been there, done that. So we need to check the heart of this country, because I want everybody to eat.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes.
You understand? It don't matter. It don't matter what color, whatever, male, female, I don't care.
Yeah. And
everybody needs to be able to eat. And with a country that says that they are so great, why is there so many lacking? And why is there such a big divide between those that have and those that have not?
Exactly. The moral compass, I think, is non-existent. Non-existent. Kay, what's on your heart? Sis, talk to me. Kay with an E.
Don't even listen. Look, I said he said there's another K on the line.
No, you no. We can't have 2 of you now. We can't have 2 of you. One of Lord knows one is enough. Lord knows one is enough. No, we ain't gonna have no 2 K with an E. We ain't gonna have no two. No. But what do you say?
No,
What do you say
I
to that?
think
Okay.
it's really sad
Huh?
because in Kansas City, our metro is free, so the
Mm.
bus is free here.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have no excuse. She just said she just ain't gonna go. So
Mm-hmm.
when we have people here that give out food all day long, they feed, they do all of that. So we have a restaurant sitting on the corner of 35th and Jackson. They cook and
Mm-hmm.
feed free all day long. You get fresh vegetables and stuff to take home with you. So for those that don't have a home to cook in, they cook it and feed them.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, we have a spot where they pull up, and it's a bathing shower unit where they can take showers and wash their clothes, laundry units and stuff. They pull up.
Mm-hmm.
They have days up there. They do all of that, and we just have people that will say, "I'm not going to that," or like they pride won't let them go. I don't know what their problem is, but when God provides resources like that for you, and you have free transportation to get you there and get you home, there's no excuse for
Mm-hmm.
nobody to be hungry, not clean, clothes not clean. Even if you have a home, they don't ask you, do you have a home? You can go
Mm-hmm.
from your home and wash your clothes. You can go
Yeah.
from your home and eat. They
Mm-hmm.
were saying that they feeding people on 35th and Jackson and they taking the food straight to their house. The lady said, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they have a home to take it to.
Yeah.
I don't
Exactly.
care. I cooked it for them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's good. That's
And
good.
this was the community. They had a
Mhm.
problem with this lady feeding these people when they taking them to their homes. She said, so it may be other people at home that need to eat. Everybody in the home can't get out. She told them so. I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
love you for that.
Wow. Wow. Good deal.
But we help our people here, so I know
Mm-hmm.
it's just no excuse because we really help our people here.
Good
So
deal.
I
That's
don't
good.
believe in when people come to me and tell me that. Then I'll give you a resource and you tell
Mm-hmm.
me, no, you got 4 daughters. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
wow, I'm going to pray for you.
Yeah.
What's
Wow.
next?
Wow. Leonard. Hey,
Raheem.
Captain Leonard is watch this. Watch this. Is America too great not to care for the hungry children in the street or hungry children that it has? Is
It's not
America
fair.
too great? That
It's not. That's not fair to say that about America because that's not true.
I'm asking the question. I ain't said. I'm asking. You tell me your opinion on it.
I think. One thing I love about Miss Faye is, excuse me, Miss K.
I said,
Miss
who
K
Miss
is
Faye?
always
Miss Faye. Yes, I feel.
Miss K. Miss K is gonna always tell you what is actually what they're doing to solve
Mm-hmm.
their problem.
Mm-hmm.
We have a system here in America where every child that goes to school can at least get free breakfast and free lunch.
Mm-hmm.
We have lots of feeding programs here for people who don't have, their own access or ability to purchase food. Like you say, we have resources that we share with people for that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not we're not to confuse it with the lack thereof. Because it's not a situation where we're lacking anything. It's just getting people to these resources. So when people always say, I had to steal to eat. But did you ask anybody first? You knew they feed people 3 times a day down there at the soup kitchen. You didn't have to come over here and steal.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times I don't know why we do it, but we look past what is right in front of our faces. But
Mm-hmm.
those people who rely on food, kitchens, and things like that, they know where those resources are, and that's why they stick close by to them.
Mm-hmm.
So look at what is going on and expand on that. But to say it's America's fault, no, because America can show you billions in programs that have been spent on food assistance programs. We have a whole welfare system dedicated to food assistance. So it's
I
not
have
that we don't have.
I have a friend of mine. I call him friend. Pastor Williams. He has a food pantry over there in Atlanta, and they have everything. They got big coolers, and they get pretty much anything you're gonna need. And I went to talk to him one day. The first time I met him, we had a conversation, and he said, Raheem, if you ever know anybody that need anything, just let me know. We'll do what we could do to make sure they get it. I said, well, what is your biggest issue that you have? I said, cause you got plenty of food. He said, yeah, man, we got more food than we could deal with. He said, but the biggest issue that we have is the food is here, but we don't have any transportation to get it to the people, and the people can't get here. And so America is great. America is what they say America is, on both sides of the coin. But there's places that he have. There's places that have the food, like Pastor Williams. But people just don't have the resources, man. They just can't get to it. Like I like what Kay was saying too about the transportation system is free there in Kansas, where she live. I'm not gonna say where she live, but where she live. We don't have that here, man. Here in Atlanta, we don't have. If you're gonna get on the transportation, you're gonna pay for it. And some people just don't have the means to pay for it.
Hey, Raheem.
Yes.
You know what y'all can do though?
What's that?
Y'all can go and people that have the 501, y'all can request. Y'all can ask for donations for gas cards.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got gas cards from Quick Trip, and this is what I took to an organization. I had them to get some donations from Quick Trip for gas cards and offer it to some of the men that's in the church and the deacon board if they'll deliver some of those meals, some of the groceries to some of the senior citizens. So
Yeah.
I even used to do it. I used to get boxes and boxes and boxes and take it to the senior citizen building and put it in the lobby, and everybody can come down and just get what they want.
That's a great idea.
Because they couldn't get out and get it. That's what y'all could do.
Yeah, I actually have access to one of those, and I'm gonna talk to you off air about that as well. But Leonard, finish your thought.
I was just getting ready to mention some of the same things Miss Kay was talking about. That's what your 501c3 is for. All churches should have these programs. If you don't have these programs,
the one word that you said that was so powerful in what you just said, and it was powerful what you said, but you said should. A lot of them don't, and truth of the matter, don't want to. That's not their concern. It's the way they take it. It's not my concern. But I'm just being real with it, man. I'm just being real. Some of them don't care. They say church, and
I'm not even taking that approach.
Well,
because
it's just true.
I've worked with too many people that do this to say it's not being done. It's just more food is going to waste because the people not even getting it fast enough.
But Leonard,
I know a man bought a whole building for this purpose.
Yes, but you're missing what I'm saying to you. Some people don't have the means, man, to get there. I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that you're wrong in your take of it, but I'm just taking a couple of more steps. And I know that some people just don't have the resources, man, to get to it. They just don't. It's sad, and I hate that it's that way. I don't like that. It's that way.
I can say, but one thing I can say is they're getting what they want.
Then that's okay. Okay, brother.
Raheem.
Yes.
Yeah. So I live in a senior building, right? And a lot of the people that used to come here and bring food, most of them have had to stop because the food bank closed. So when the big food bank closed, that knocked out a lot of churches, a lot of other community groups that were bringing food. So there is, right now, there may be, because they send us a notice when they're coming through, it may be 1 or 2 churches that are not churches. One is a church, one is an organization that come through to offer food, and they have limited supplies. Now, Leonard said that there are some I need to connect maybe with those organizations, because the ones that normally used to come here, they don't come here. We have
Yeah,
people
yeah.
that are on fixed income that
Mm-hmm.
their Social Security doesn't even cover having food.
Yep.
You
Mm-hmm.
have SNAP that has cut several. I think one person here, they cut hers down to like $17,
Mm-hmm.
$18 a month.
Mm.
Y'all tell me how much food. I mean, thank God for the $18. How much food will 18 and will that get you through the month? Anybody on the line? If $18 gets you through the month for food, I need to talk to you. But
Listen.
you know, let's can we just be honest?
Yeah.
The funding has been cut for a lot of these programs,
Mm-hmm.
and they are not getting the food. I want to move to Kansas City because I've never heard of a state that don't have no problem with people being able to have full access to getting food and stuff. That's the first one I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I
Exactly.
need to find out more about Kansas City because I need to
Kansas
know
City.
what they doing. You know,
Kansas
because their
City,
homeless,
here I
their hunger issue should be zero
come. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
or close to zero.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, but I'm saying that's not.
be.
Yeah, but that's not. But I'm saying that to say, Kay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If people don't come for it, that's different. A lot of places,
Right.
people don't even have that access.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
so I applaud Kansas City for what they're
Absolutely.
doing.
Absolutely.
So I'm just saying, everybody doesn't have that. I wish that everybody did, because it hurts me to see people, you know, trying to get food, standing in the food lines. Man, when I tell you
Mm-hmm.
down here, down the street from where I am, because I'm right downtown Atlanta, maybe 10 minutes from where I live, there is a huge church that feeds every morning. There are men, women, and children
Yeah. Yeah.
in those lines
Mm-hmm.
running around the building. I'm
Yep.
talking wrap all around a huge
Mm-hmm.
church, almost halfway around the block.
Yeah.
So, you know, I applaud anybody that's doing it. I'm telling you, this country is pitiful when it comes to taking care, but you put money in the military
Mm-hmm.
and you make sure that the guys get 3 hots and a cot. I'm just
Exactly.
saying.
Exactly. And see, that's why I say our priorities are slightly off. Willow Tucson, come to you next, brother.
Raheem,
Yes, ma'am.
you know the place that got the most information is the graveyard.
Yes.
That's because
Yes.
everybody keeps everything to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody, that's the wrong word to use. But a lot of people have taken what they've known to the grave,
Yep.
to the emptying themselves out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't have people like Kay or other people on this line that give out that kind of information in your state. So
Mm-hmm.
when you don't know something, that's when we perish because we don't know.
Yep.
There are funds out there. There are places out there that provide food. And first of all, when they speak of the church, you the church. Ask yourself how many times you taken your own money and fed the community where it was poor. I'm just saying. I got a cousin that every month she makes it up in her mind that once a week she go out and she feed the community with her own money. So yeah, can we help provide for those that are hungry? Because you gotta watch the difference between those that need and those that are greedy. And you gotta watch that.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is we got what you call tent city here in Chicago. It's called tent city, where people live in tents all the way through the wintertime, all the way from the winter, summer, whatever. They're living out there in tents.
Yeah.
T-E-N-T.
Mm-hmm.
Tents. And so what she does is she goes and she feeds them every opportunity she got. But not only her, there are other individuals that do that.
Mm-hmm.
So there are all kinds of things that we can do. Look at your clothes closet. How many times you done roll some of that? Your closets are overfilling. Shoes you can't even fit no more.
Yep.
And people need it. and we still got it in our own home. I'm just looking at some things that we could do as individuals. Because I know if you work, you are definitely supplying those budgets that are supposed to be distributed to people out there that are in need, but it's not. And that's because some of the people we vote for. So all I'm saying is it's a self thing that you take upon yourself to say, you know what? I'm going to do something. Bottom line. Because it can be done.
Yeah.
Utilize those food pantries. They got a Chicago food distribution here in Chicago. So if your church don't have a freezer, you can't get that program because you need a big place to put the meat and put the vegetables and stuff that you're going to distribute out to the public. Because you don't want to just give them anything. So all I'm saying is this, that research it and find those places that are doing those things out there, because there are some places that are doing it. And that's what I want to share.
Good deal. Tucson, talk to me, brother. Tucson, you do a lot of that. You do a lot of feeding yourself, man. There's something that you've been doing for a minute. Talk to us.
I like to eat. So a lot of people like to eat. It is what it is. But there is resources. You just got to go get it. You got to find out where it is and go get it. And I promise you, if somebody feel like or gets word of you trying to do something, they're going to help you. It ain't going to be a strain. And most of the time, you might have to take a day off of work or take some time off if you do work. It's not I mean, the food don't pass out itself. You need somebody to pass it out.
Yeah.
So there's some effort there, but the resources, there's plenty of it. There's plenty of it. And if you can get a 501, that's a plus, because that way you can get some donations. But Raheem, here's the other part of that, though. They got some people that will manipulate that.
Yes.
They don't need nothing. They'll take what somebody else needs, and they'll get it and sell it.
Yeah.
Here's another thing about what you're talking about, though, Raheem. If you got a rural area, I think that you call it a rural area.
Yes.
Way in the woods somewhere. And they can't get to food. It's amazing that they can get to them drugs.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. They get to that. They live in an area that nobody know where they at, because I've heard them say it. We don't want nobody here. But you look deep in the community, always somebody else strung out on drugs. But they're scuffling for food. So we and again, the system waiting on them. We're gonna catch you sooner or later. And then they'll feed them then. Right behind them jail walls.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Right behind them fences. Right behind them fences, brother. It's time for us to get on out of here. Anybody got anything 30 seconds they want to say before we get out of here? 30 seconds.
Sing a song right here.
I'm gonna sing a song.
Yeah.
Bells will be ringing.
You want him to sing a song with his 30 seconds?
Hey.
You went straight to Christmas.
Yes, yeah.
I thought he was gonna go to time, time for a change from change to time. I thought he was gonna sing something about change time. I'm like, where your mind?
It's a rainy night. It's a rainy night in Georgia. Lord, I think it's raining all over the world. Cassandra,
got a question, Ryan.
Somebody give me an umbrella.
What's your question, brother?
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
This is for everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying? They could, think about this as we go on today. But based off of what we're going through right now, what we're seeing, do y'all feel safe?
No. No, 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 not at all. And it's a sad
But if
reality.
you don't feel if you don't feel safe, how are you moving?
Mm-hmm. Carefully,
Mm.
very carefully, brother, very carefully. Mm-hmm. I got pulled over.
Raheem,
I got pulled over the other day, man, and I had to be real careful about how I conducted and carried myself during the course of that because I had my wife and my grandkids in the car, man. I had my wife and 3 of my grandkids in the back seat, and the police pulled me over, man. And so I had to be real mindful about how I conducted myself to make sure everybody else did the same thing in the car at that particular time. What, where are we living, man? What situation and circumstances are we living up under where when the police stop, you have to be so very careful about how you conduct yourself, because if you don't, if there's a misstep, it could be your last step because of the condition and atmosphere that we're in right now. Man, we're not in a good place, brother. We're not in a good place at all. Somebody was about to say something.
Raheem.
Yes.
Yeah, Raheem, do you feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, that in any given day, you can be arrested and brought to a place that you've never seen before?
Yeah. And truth of the matter is, I think it's by design, brother. I think it's by design. Is what certain individuals want. You know, what's crazy is this though, man. It's amazing how people say they don't want you until they need you. Much like we was talking about the situation with the young lady, a 72-year-old young lady. You know, she was for a long time, 2 or 3 years, she was just there because she was a convenience for them. She took care of everything. But once she cut the faucet off, look at how that whole situation got. Look at how the whole situation went, man. It went south real quick. They bring an attorney. She said that she walked into her house, man, and her son, and I didn't tell this part of the story, but her son and daughter-in-law had an attorney in her house, and she walked in, and the attorney was on her table going through her paperwork, trying to find something that could substantiate the fact that she's insane, so that they could it would give them ammunition against her to get her to sign those papers or get a judge to say that she's incompetent to conduct her own business. She wasn't, man. She just came to her own senses. She just cut them off. She wasn't special enough to go to the wedding. So they called her and she said, did not take, and this little humor she put in there, after she cut them off, they called her, the daughter-in-law called, and she said, "Oh, didn't I tell you? I just take care of people that are special to me." There was a gut punch, but it was absolute reality check. I'm not special enough to go to your wedding, then I'm only taking care of people that's special to me. You're no longer on that list. Go ahead, Toussaint. Toussaint.
Say again what Raheem? Yeah, the people that you think in this society that won't cut you off, the ones you taking care of.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Exactly.
That's the sad reality.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen family turn on each other like I've seen lately.
Yeah. And this is only the top of the surface, man. It's gonna get rough.
Oh, the dust ain't settled yet.
Yeah.
They just putting it in place now.
Exactly.
When the dust settle, we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's wait till January, February, March of 2026.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be rough, brother. It's gonna be rough. Rico, talk to me.
I ain't got nothing I want to say. I just want everybody to think about that. I mean, if you don't feel safe, what are you doing daily to prepare or to, you know, people. I mean, what are you doing? How are you moving?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because we're in a situation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cassandra, talk to me and tell us what's going on at 3 o'clock today. Because somebody joined this broadcast super late, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, even 9:30, Cassandra. And they say they talk about some good topics today, even with the lady, the 72-year-old lady that had to eventually come to her own senses and cut off her son, 35-year-old grown man, and he's taking care of her. Had to do it. They had to do it. So, Cassandra, what's on your heart? Talk to me about that, and then tell us what's going on at 3 o'clock today.
No, I can't even respond to that because to me, the betrayal of a child is, and I repeat, one of the most painful things that a mother can go through. I can't even imagine. And I'm not talking about, I'm going to repeat this, I'm not talking about a mother that is toxic or that has done harm to their children. I'm talking about a mother that has been there, did everything she could to make sure that he was taken care of. And then for him to allow anything to exclude her from a wedding, I got a problem with him. You know, it is what it is, but he will answer for that in the end. I mean, it's biblically sound. He will answer for that. So that's between him and God. But if you've missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune into DKMMediagroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, if you've missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune into DKMMediagroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Man, I've been waiting on the pledge because I know we got Willa back, and Kate with an E. Kate with an E been holding it down while you've been gone there, Willa. But you know, good to have you back. Tucson, I know he's ready for it. Rico might say it was Cassandra. She gonna say 2 or 3 words now. She gonna say 2 or 3 words. So let's do it. Let's say the pledge. It goes a little something like this. It says, "I will take this day."
I will take this day
and be the best that I can be.
Be the best that I can be.
Do the best that I can.
Do the best that I can.
And help as many people as I can to do the same thing.
And help as many people as I can to do the same thing.
I promise to do it with love.
I promise to do it with love,
compassion, and the grace of God.
And the grace of God.
Giving him all the honor.
Giving him all the honor.
All the praise.
All the praise.
And all of the glory.
And all of the glory.
In the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christ.
In the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Tucson, what did you hear, brother?
You always can tell what position people hold in the church. Sandra, I didn't know you was an usher. Because they come in, you can always come in late, whatever you want to do. Ushers can do whatever they want to do. And then Kay was like, I could see her dressing up to make sure she get her hair done and everything else, because she gonna lead the song. But Miss Sheila back now. Miss Sheila back now. Willa say, Miss Sheila back now. she took that mic out of Kay's hand with that big old hat on her head. They can't say, now, Pastor, then you know that ain't, you know that ain't right.
Lord.
I put in my tithes and the love offering, and you still got us singing the song.
Wow.
Now you gotta come to church again. You gotta come to church.
What was you doing?
Wow.
I'm
wow.
the head deacon. I'm
He was doing the sound. He was doing the sound check.
I'm the head
So
deacon.
you could hear him. Sound check. Make sure they mute me. Mute.
Hey, Rico.
You should just stayed on mute.
See, she said you should have stayed on mute.
1 cent in, and never put 2 cents in. You need 2 pennies to make at least 2 cents.
I'm the chairman of the deacon board.
That's why you talk about what everybody else did, because you didn't even put 1 cent in. So
I got everybody checking my head.
Hey, Rico, what did you hear, Rico?
He too busy worried about what we put in.
Uh-oh. What did you hear, Rico?
Hey, dog, tell the truth, boy. I heard it. I like, boy, I said, chief of the show, Willa, hey, Willa, this how I did it while you were gone. Willa said, okay, but that's enough.
That's enough.
I hope that, baby. I hope that. I'm a town. Hey, look, I'm a town pastor.
Hey, like, yeah, this is the way I did it.
We let Billy know we had her back. We got your back, Willie.
Hey, look, hey, Raheem,
yeah.
You know how an old church member show up in the pastor's yard, want to tell him off, and the first lady said, "Get out of my yard, Sister Sam." Get out of my yard.
Hey, I done figured out something though. You know, y'all know Cassandra, man. Cassandra, she's spotting it, right? But there's one line that Cassandra say, the whole line. Compassion. Compassion. She'll say compassion. That's the only line Cassandra say, the whole line. Compassion.
You know that's Cassandra
word. Because it's one
Cassandra
word.
is the one that say read. We want you to do the scripture today, Cassandra. And you know what she'll say?
What's that?
Jesus
wept. Yes.
Lord, y'all ready to get out of here? Willow! Willow!
Raheem.
Are you ready?
Raheem.
Yes.
I got up ready this morning to receive God's words. Come on, Raheem. Let's go.
Well, Miss Willa Mae Brown, since you said it like that and I ain't got no reason to doubt you, I just got one more thing to say to you. And that is, Willow, let's go.
Amen, amen, amen. Father God in heaven, Lord, we thank you. We thank you, Lord, for allowing us to get up to see another day. A day that we've never seen. But Father, we thank you, we honor you, and we lift you up this morning. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Father, keep using us. Keep using us to deliver your message and your word. Father, we thank you, Lord, for all the things that you do for us in our lives, oh Lord. Sometimes we might forget to say thank you. But if by chance, if we've done anything we said, we thought, we done, has been displeasing to you and your eyes. Father, we're asking for your support. We thank you, Lord. We honor you. Father, I'm praying for those that are lost right now. Father, I'm praying for those that need your healing. Those that are sick, shut in, and feeling a certain way. praying right now for them. Because I know you already. But Father, I thank you for your blessing. I thank you for the victory in their lives, oh Lord. Father, I thank you. And I'm asking that you cancel anything the enemy thinks he got planned for our lives, oh Lord. Father, I'm asking you to bind that enemy on everything. We thank you, oh Lord. I'm asking you to touch each and every last one on this line. I don't know what it is that they're dealing with. I don't know what it is that they're going through. But Father, you know, because you're all knowing. Ooh. Thank you for your word, because your word is powerful. Thank you, Lord. I read somewhere in your word that you said, no weapon formed against us will prosper. I read somewhere in your word that we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. I read it somewhere in your word. I read in your word that when there's nothing else that I don't know to do, I just need to stand and watch the glory of the Lord manifest itself in our lives, oh Lord. Father, I read it somewhere in your word. I thank you. Thank you for the warning, Lord. Thank you for the armor in Ephesians chapter 6, oh Lord. I thank you. Thank you for the morning glow and the success of this show. Not because of anything that we do, oh Lord, but Father, it's all because of you. Thank you for Raheem, his obedience. We honor you, oh Lord. Father, thank you for his family. We give glory and honor to you this morning. We lift you up with the highest praise. Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Lord, for that Holy Spirit being encamped around us, family. Thank you, Lord. We praise you. We honor you. We glorify you. In Son Jesus' name. Amen, amen. Thank you, Jesus. Amen, amen, and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DK and Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your day. It is now 10:30. It's now 10:30. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us, because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug, because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you could do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. Then we shine some loud from the Morning Glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other, and please, please, please be blessed. Give somebody some love and truth. They would appreciate it, and I'm sure that you would as well. Have a great day. Talk to you Thursday morning, if God says the same. Have a great day, y'all.
Welcome to the stage where hearts unfold in the morning glow, stories untold. Let's paint with words a masterpiece of art, where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's tap into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently salt. Let's paint with words a masterpiece of art, where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line in the tapestry of hearts. Let's let love shine. With every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch,